there's like it doesn't actually like hit YouTube or something till like a couple seconds in. So sometimes we'll be like, that was a great moment, and it starts with us being, that was really funny, and you don't get to hear the line. But
Fantastic.
I think we're mostly good. Um anyway, hi everybody. We're back.
Ah,
Not you, them. Anyways, welcome everybody. It's Tales of Sentra. It's episode 40. I didn't realize this last week. Last week was technically 50 episodes of this, if you count the two Elseworlds. Um
yeah.
so much for that landmark. But speaking of landmarks, it won't happen on this episode because I don't think we're gonna go late. But tomorrow, so upon hitting midnight, well, it is 4 years since Vale started, which is kind of great. We've all been
Yeah.
hanging out for doing this for 4 years. Yay!
A lot of
Um,
Mondays. A
it's a
lot of
lot of
Monday
Mondays.
nights.
Yeah, remember when we used to plan for 5 hours every Monday?
Yeah, that was a lot. That was rough.
That was I'm glad we switched that over.
You look at the length of them and how like sometimes we would do like the 9 to 12 hour days, and
Yeah.
it's like
Get
at
this
some point
music
where like
going.
it just the length of the videos goes down to like three.
To be fair, some of those are like you know, like when we did an Extra Life, it's like we're gonna do this for like half a Saturday, you know.
Mhm.
But then there's
Yeah.
some where it's like, why did we go for 6.5 hours on this?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, guys, it's episode 49. We're here. We're gonna do stuff. As we pointed out last time, Artem's not present with us, but he will be dropping in a couple weeks when he gets one of his nights off from teaching, and then I think he has a November one as well. Yeah, that's the deal. Who would like to give us a little recap of what happened last time? And I'm also happy if we want to Q&A the recap from last time, because there was quite a lot. Happy to do it that way, but if not, take it away, party.
So like our 7 like points of hey, maybe go do the things. Okay, we had a nice little video that like rounded them all up, but we need to negotiate ceasefire between the Burbs and the Centaurs. We need to. Oh, just Spit is in C-Twee. Rufus
My
can get us to the
city.
flying city.
There's Spit, and there's this new vigilante who's on my turf, saving my city, calling himself like the Duke or some nonsense.
Let's go.
By the
let's
way,
go
do you know why his
map.
name is Duke?
Don't need to, because I'm gonna nuke him.
Just think about your own character's name.
That was real smooth.
Nice.
That's literally where I got it from. It's like,
there might be another dream arch. There's another dream arch to find, but like, who even knows, man? And all I put was Nagiro, who then they're building their own archways.
you got a lot of hints to the current arch though. Like you
yeah.
pretty. It's in this city somewhere, and you've
And
checked a couple
then-
places.
We learned, or we're reminded that in order to get to the Neverside, we need to have like these dream cords in order to survive there. But we don't have any like solid leads on there. Anyway, so we kick off with Val wasting like all of her 3rd level spell slots. Fast forward a little bit. We met up with no, I'll get there. Tiefling lady and her 3 like rude ladies, like right after we got off at the train.
Gossips.
I don't like them. Anyway, so they had some dreams. None of them really equaled out and were like 100% the same. Like one of them dreamed that like some things went and attacked the bazaar. Somebody dreamed that it was like the temple. Somebody dreamed it was the bank. And the same element was that there was a knight with 2 flaming swords, and the swords were so hot that they burned tiefling skin, which is concerning. We kind of split up, and we didn't get a whole lot done. Well, no, the kids that went to the bank, I feel like they made some headway, didn't they?
I got candy.
Yeah, if
And
you're
Got arrested.
That's true. Yeah, no, you're like old places to check include, yeah, so the 3 you named, the fighting pits was also like destroyed and rebuilt. So the bank you pretty much checked off. You feel confident there's nothing there. The bazaar you went and you did like some shopping, but you haven't like necessarily confirmed or denied that one yet. You weren't able to check the temple yet. And then the fighting pits, I don't think
That's
you've
right.
really looked into quite yet. But
Um,
those are your remaining possibilities. Well, it could be
that's right.
anywhere, right? But if those are your waypoints, I guess,
Does
for
it-
this quest.
Do any of us have that written down, or what the main places to check are again? I want to make sure we got them.
I mean,
The
kind of.
temple.
The
The
temple, the
bank, the
marketplace,
temple,
and
the
the bank,
market,
and
Well,
the
we-
fighting.
and the fighting pit.
I think we marked off the bank though already.
Correct. Yeah, bank you've pretty much.
I mean, those were
checked.
the majors. Outside of that, Braun and Val got hit on. Braun and Val also bought some like spice and
We
infused
did.
it with their flour. Val got into trouble because she admitted to being in a cult and stealing drugs and stealing knives. And then we went and like watched like Pokemon stuff.
We also made Aladdin shit his pants.
We also, the team dads, like rolled up. Oh, the cello. I can't words today.
Viola.
The viola. Yeah.
Yeah.
We found that.
You
texted
found it, and
August.
it was basically priced for like the tournament winnings, and then
Yeah.
you managed to negotiate that down to half the price, basically.
We have a
Lancer and Braun just like rolled up like JoJo characters with like
Yeah.
their faces in darkness, just rippling muscles. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I will point out, however, it's not like you guys aren't the ones entered into this tournament. I do want to point that out. Like you haven't like you went as guests of Garen, but he was never like, so you guys want this money? Like that hasn't come up in conversation yet, for the record.
We also have a lead on one of the three like asshole wizards that's remaking the arches. It's a tentative lead on Anozira. We think August's brother dated her, and he's hanging out in Temple Shade.
Yep, which is now on your map, by the way. That's down here.
And I don't know what the context is because I'm the best note taker, but in caps at the very bottom I have Kiri, and then lives in Seatwee, lives in the forest, and that's it.
Kiri is the one who Aladdin bought the viol from.
Ah, that's right.
Yep. Who said it was basically like there's basically like figuratively speaking, like there's blood on that viola, like it was lifted from a dead body.
Yeah.
Notably lifted from the body of a masked bard. Obviously, of course, the cult that Val is quasi in. They all wear masks, but there are many masks out there, right?
Yeah, totally. I'm sure it's unrelated.
Yeah.
I've
You
got
guys,
one.
it's absolutely unrelated, and I don't know why you're giving me such a hard time about it.
Yeah.
Totally
So
normal.
we kind of we wrapped up like right at the after last night's tournament fights, basically, if we want to revisit the standings. So this is still the night of, but they do all their rounds across different nights, so there won't be any more battles this evening. But yeah, so the following night, your little Eevee is going to be up against the Hippogriff, and the Brown Bear is going to be up against the Copper Dragon Wormling. So that should be interesting.
What are the odds that we pull like an assassination job and just go and take the viola?
And kill Pokemon? Oh, I thought
No,
you were still talking about the
Aladdin.
tournament.
And then we also
well,
take
I will
this
say-
super cool flying carpet.
I will say for tonight's purposes, I think Hazard has some things he's maybe working on as far as the Aladdin path.
Oh,
Right.
So if we want to, but so we're gonna pick up. Yeah, the rounds just ended. I think we also noted that the people who run the temple and your old buddy from the Dwarf City are in the audience, and so like now that people are like filing out and the first round is over, if you wanted to talk to them, you could also do that. So yeah, that's where we're gonna kind of pick up. Everyone filing out of the pit now that the evening is done.
Mr. Braun? Mr. Braun?
Mhm.
Did they say there was like possibility that there could be a gateway thing somewhere in the fighting pit?
They did.
Do you want
Oh,
to
I'm
go
not sure.
search them for it, or I mean, maybe me and somebody else who's good at sneaky sneaks can go look for it or something.
Tony, looking around here, how guarded is this fighter's pit? Is it like open to the public, or is it like under strict guard?
I'm not gonna say strict guard, but I'm gonna say it's clearly like a historical site kind of thing, where it's like, here is where the tourists go and the fights happen, and here is the part that is generally sectioned off because they're like, we don't go down there because we want to like keep it preserved and as is.
That's where we're going.
So it's like when you like rope off a museum kind of deal.
Exactly where we're going.
Definitely.
I will say it is definitely like guarded in the sense that like, yes, there's like you're gonna have like a big like trellis gate kind of in front of that way down, but you're not gonna have necessarily like a whole force of guards in front of it.
We
But
should.
it's deliberately locked away.
We should speak to our affluent friend, the one with the tiger, and see if we can get maybe some passes to go and do some inspecting around here. At least speak to the owner.
So Garen's actually gonna walk right up to you guys now that the evening festivities are over and just, oh man, so Eve goes on to another victory. You know, she's really cleaned up around here. It's like, she's had a few victories in the past. I don't, if I'm gonna be honest, I think I just do this for the fun at this point. It's not even about the prize money. You all look like you have something on your mind.
It's funny that you mentioned that. We have a couple things. One, it's very important that we inspect the grounds. We have reason to believe that a gate, one of the ones that we're looking for, might be here. Under.
Yes, I see your centaur friend is departed, but yes, he had mentioned that, and in fact, he checked my bank vault earlier today, found not what he was looking for, but so you want to do the same thing here? You want to look at the guts, so to speak, of the fighting pit?
Yes, if there's any underground or restricted areas, that's where these gates usually are, very undisturbed locations.
I see. Well, we heads of security do happen to know each other. With myself, of course, running security in the bank, I do know the lead guard around here. I feel fairly confident in saying entry wouldn't be possible till after the tournament has wrapped. So you've got, I suppose, it looks at a non-existent watch, 48 hours from now, perhaps. But if you needed to get down there, I bet I could pull a few strings.
I do feel like it's pertinent to remind you that an alien force of imaginable power is trying to break into our realm of existence. And the sooner we can get to there to make sure the gate's not there, the sooner we can get to not letting everyone die. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Permission is just a formality.
This is true. Well, I suppose I could have a word with him. At the very least, I can promise you it won't happen until tomorrow in the morning. But I could have a word, certainly.
the sooner the better.
Excellent. In the meantime, you do have other places you should check, correct?
This was there's the temple that we can check tomorrow, then this tomorrow, and then we were around the bazaar, but it seems we didn't find what we were looking for there.
Or did we?
I see. Well, I will certainly
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? Did Val find maybe what she was looking for around there?
I just thought it was funny, just the swingers.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I will have a word in the morning with the head guard here, and I will pull strings best I can to let you in there. I'm positive I could get you entry. Time frame is dependent on what they want to do here, but I will have that word. In the meantime, you all need a place to stay this evening, do you not? And I am more than happy to house you at my place.
That would be fantastic. I do believe we have another question we'd like to ask you. And Braun's gonna elbow Val in the side.
I'm in the dark here. There's so much going on.
You're trying to buy that cello, remember?
Oh yeah, the viola. Okay, hey there. Um, so there is a viola that a particular group would like to maybe have back, and we might have found it on this nice man in the marketplace. He had it on like a flying carpet, and he was super snazzy, but it's not really his. And I was wondering if we could maybe reclaim that to give it back to the people. If not, I need like 5,000 gold. And that's really why I'm so invested in this little fighting arena, fighting championship
Feel like you're
thing.
bearing the lead there a little bit. You
I
need
don't know what you're
the
talking about.
you
The viola!
you've asked for the 5,000 gold prize money, correct? Just so I make sure I understood your nervous rambling.
I mean, yeah, or like permission to like just go take it or something.
Is any of Val's rambling there? Are you trying to go for a persuasion roll at all, or have you said the thing yet to make that roll?
We could go persuasion with her
Okay.
rambling, because at this point she had been kind of like leading up to it. It's like, you're in a cult, you stole like a dagger, you stole drugs, and she's
Okay.
kind of sheepish about it right now.
Oh!
Who is this? Who are you?
Tight body snatchers.
So you see how his cape kind of billows here a little bit in the picture. By the way, I didn't decide until now. That's definitely a cape of billowing. That's 100%. 100%. That's what he's
we
wearing.
need to murder him to take the cape.
Totally.
So you see it like kind of pick up like that. He like takes a step toward Val. So just to get this straight, you want me to do these favors for you to get beneath the fighting pit. You barge into my bank and want to check the vault. You are, some could say, taking advantage of my generosity by spending the night as well. And now you also wish to have the prize money that I am fighting so hard for with my beloved Eve here. And Eve kind of just looks up like,
Listen, but you're the one who offered. Don't you go saying that we're taking advantage of your hospitality. If you didn't want us to do it, then don't offer.
There's a long stare, and he's just like, I'm absolutely kidding. Listen, I said moments ago, this is not about the money for me anymore.
Oh, wonderful.
You
okay.
all traveled with my old pal, Vander. You have clearly all have some serious chemistry with Eve here. She seems to like you all back. So,
she's precious and adorable, and I would die for her.
And let's be honest, seen what I do for a living. Wait till you see my place. That could take or leave the 5,000 gold.
Are you
Bron's
sure?
gonna kind of like slide in and be like, "We are trying to save your life and the lives of everyone involved." I do feel like that bears repeating.
I wish that was like a constant like RPG prompt. Just be like, remember that I'm trying to save the world, and they're like, no.
It's the forever shopkeeper RPG problem. Like, that'll be 50 gold for a potion. You will die. Give me this potion. He's like, so yes, I have
I know it's coming off as pretty forward, but
I just need you all to do me a favor yourselves.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
When you find yourselves under the fighting pits, please don't do anything that could, desecrate the site or cause a structural problem.
So pee before we go.
So no fireball.
Yes.
No raging fires that could bring down the entire thing, considering we do have a current fighting pit above it. And additionally, if you could please put me back in contact with my dear friend Vander, it would be nice to see them all.
I can talk to him like right now if I use like a full level 4 spell.
You are about to call it a night.
I am about to call it a night. I'm going to go ahead and text my best friend Vander.
Yes? You up?
What? No. Hey, boo. We got your friend, I forgot
Garen.
his name. Garen, we got your friend Garen here. He's going to, like, honestly, he's going to do some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to run out of words, but I'm just going to keep casting
And
spells.
and Van
Send
would
him my best regards.
Yeah.
Tell him he still owes me a cape.
You know, he says that you owe him a cape. And I think that nice little billowy one that you are wearing would be splendid.
You see, like, I don't know how a cape would billow nervously, but whatever that is in your mind, you see the cape go like, "Oh."
My cape has seen some things.
The cape like gets a little tense, like, like shrinks a little bit. Oh yes, yeah, he did not forget about the cape, did he? Well then, shall we away to my apartment?
Away
Let-
we go.
Let us away.
Yep. Hazard, is Hazard gonna away now or away later?
Do I know where he lives?
No, but I will say, roll me perception. Oh,
Mhm.
you do not have to speak to them if you want to, but actually everybody roll me a perception.
So, like, this is really good, right? I don't have to go steal anything. Like, look at that. I'm on the up and up. Everything is fine.
Hazard, you see, Alidon, you know the like old, in like you know, like the hobo like bag on a stick move where you like tie everything around a stick. You see him actually, he's got a stick and his carpet is actually tied in that way, like on the stick. And you see him exiting the stadium to head off to wherever it is he's going to be heading.
Interesting.
Charlie, you would not, I'm gonna say you don't notice, but I guess thematically that works. Braun and Val, since you guys visited the temple, you're pretty easy. It's easy for you to see in the crowd some of those clerics that were present. So you see not only the clerics, but you see this is
she has huge ass horns.
Vex, who was in the tournament with Braun once upon a time. This is the head paladin Joy, who you haven't met but you've heard of, and then also among the clerics you do see your old mischievous
That little
friend.
asshole.
From that place. So you see them among the crowd if you wish to speak with them. As you like turn to leave, you do see them.
Do you guys think that that lady has back problems or neck problems because of those horns?
Definitely neck problems.
By the
Like,
way,
she has to, right?
everybody should play Pyre. That's where this chick is from. She's the best character in that whole game.
She looks like she has some neck problems.
Her name is
Like,
Jo Dariel. Her name is Joy in this world, and I also use the rest of her name to name those 3 gossips.
Right.
So she's literally the basis of 4 characters in this campaign. Anyways, so you that's what you notice, yes. And you would notice, even for a tiefling, these are some prominent horns.
Is Vex actually rotting?
Not to this degree, nor is she brandishing a knife. But having seen her in the tournament previously,
checking on her well-being
Yeah.
here.
but having seen her in the tournament previously, you'd already be aware she's actually Wanti. She's not a tiefling herself.
Oh, yeah,
But-
yeah, that's
but
right,
yeah.
that's right.
That's the deal.
Okay, so she's not a zombie. Got it.
And I'm gonna check real quick to see. I don't remember if Braun actually fought her or not, but she was definitely in the same tournament.
I
I
don't
believe I did.
remember him fighting her.
I think she might have been in like the other bracket.
I feel like we'd remember her.
Yeah.
She was definitely
Should we-
she's in the lineup, but yeah.
Should we maybe go and like schedule like a meeting for tomorrow, or see if we can't get in there late tonight anyway? Or are we doing fighting pits tonight?
I
Tomorrow.
don't think we're doing anything tonight because they're not letting us
We
in.
aren't.
Also,
I will approach the clerics with the caster.
Okay.
Good evening. Looking around. Caster, it's been some time. How are you feeling?
You see him like look up and just I'm feeling readjusted.
Insight.
Yeah, so you did not fight Vex. Vex fought the frog swordsman. But not you. Sorry, one moment. Let me So Ron, he's obviously hiding something. That's a pretty low roll on that one. Like he's hiding something for sure.
All right, what did you guys do to him?
The clerics are all gonna turn, and then Joy here is gonna kind of step up. Is there a problem over here? Why are you bothering one of my newest recruits?
One of your newest recruits tried to kill me and send me to a forbidden hellish dimension, so I feel like it's worth checking in on him and seeing how he's doing.
He is in this city to answer for his crimes, ones that are now in the past. However, I am sorry that you happen to be the target of said crimes. She reaches out a hand. I'm Joy, head paladin for the Order of Glacia.
Ron Hamstrung, Captain Guard of Northport, and I guess Champion of Torm. I don't know. It's not clear.
She shakes your hand. She notices the gauntlet and just, oh, Torm, I see. Well, don't worry. We won't be butting heads. We may share different ideas, but those ideas don't involve violence between orders in my book.
Yes. Paladins in my history are very level-headed people, not often going off on violent rampages or anything like that.
You seem like you have more to say.
Not at all.
No.
I did want to ask about your treatment exactly. What are you doing to him, if I may ask? Which I am.
Yes. He is on a, what should we call it? A special prison sentence. Rather than spending all his time locked away in some dungeon, he agreed to serve here for the Order, so long as he does not leave the temple ever unless chaperoned. Which she motions to all the clerics that are like around him. You can clearly see he is at the moment. So no need to report anything if that's your concern, Captain. But that is the situation. He's here to serve for his crimes by spending the rest of his days serving the Order in the temple.
He had the letter from the Wizard Masters, right?
Yes.
The one that are trying to remake the gates?
Yes. Would you like
So
to
he
see that
knows-
letter? I can
Yeah, please, because if he knows where these guys are.
yeah, it's
Good catch on that, by the
it's
way.
in Oh, actually, so let me see here. I'm trying to remember if he has the letter or he's definitely he's talked about in this letter. I don't recall if he Yeah, I don't think he has a letter of his own, but like that's the case. He was like being controlled by those, or at least manipulated by those other wizards, and that letter certainly confirms it.
The one I have is we may be the last 4 individuals with true cause in this world. Onbeer Mornguard's prefangs are certain to fail.
Yeah.
I have that one.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that letter is that gnome guy that you all like to call pro business.
Yeah.
The 4
Pro
referred
business.
to there are him and the 3 wizards. This guy was always just a pawn. The guy you're standing by now, Castor, was always just a pawn.
Listen, Castor, kind of talking over the paladin's shoulder. Your wizard friends, they seem to be moving, making more gates, making my life more difficult than it already is. You know where they are?
I can't say I know exactly where they are. Most of my orders you see were either, sent mentally or via code or something like that.
Insight check.
Okay.
I'm not even like totally in on this conversation, but I'm glaring at
Val
him.
literally leans into frame. Insight check.
Anyone can jump in if they want.
Insight check on you, you turd. Oh, that was almost another 20. Woo!
You believe him.
I believe you for now. Move back out of frame.
If I may suggest, you could you not locate them yourselves. You're all very capable. You have spells of your own.
We're working
What?
on it.
Like
But
a
if we know a
locate
guy-
person spell?
Is that's a thing, right?
I think that's a fucking
Is that a
thing.
thing? Well, I
Up to,
suppose.
like,
It's a thing that I
1,000
don't
feet.
have.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I suppose you could use that. Yes, but you know, you all, well, you all certainly scryed on me. Could you not do that on them?
Not if we waste the day's scry on the kitty cat. We cannot.
You, I. He turns back to Braun because he's not sure what to say about that.
Listen, you're a magic guy. You know these things have limitations. If you know where they
I
are, you
do
need to tell us.
I don't. I'm afraid. And I would be legally obligated to tell you if I did.
Braun's gonna like look at him, look back to the paladin, look at him. All right. But if he remembers anything, we're in town for a couple days. So
Well, if you ever come back through, I will be here forever.
all right. Well, let's go stay at a ritzy place. Come on.
Yeah. Andrew, is Hazard going to break off now or do his business later?
Or has he
Um,
already?
He'd like to. He wants to know where he's sleeping. I guess. Figure out. Otherwise, he doesn't want to be wandering through the town like, friends, where are you?
If you need, like, if you were just to just ask Garen, like, what's the address? And I'll be there in a little bit, that's doable.
Sure. Yeah, I'll run some errands.
Yeah. If you slip away, you can do that.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, noticing that our friend is busy venturing off somewhere. I'm gonna scope out this.
Oop. Oh, he's
Ooh.
back.
I'm gonna scope out this here.
I meant to hit mute and I hit end.
It's all good.
I'm gonna scope out this here shop.
So he's not. I will say, so it's not his shop. I just brought this up just for illustration purposes. He is walking. So the magic carpet there is like wrapped, like I said, like kind of hobo wrap style around a stick, and he's just walking through the streets at the moment. Not aimlessly, like he seems to be headed somewhere, but that's the deal at the moment. And the bag seems. If you want to roll me a perception, another one, because the other one was just kind of to spot him, but yeah. So the bag like seems to be. I mean, like it's a carpet that is wrapped up, and like you can see, like the stick is like kind of bowing a little bit. So like all those items he was selling are most likely wrapped within that carpet right now as he's walking.
Gotcha. Cool. I'm gonna kind of Assassin's Creed it, zip line up to like a rooftop.
Sure.
Assuming we're talking about like 30-foot, nothing insane.
Yeah, there's plenty of that stuff around. And like
Alright.
structurally, this is probably very similar to like literally the first AC with like your like brick and clay kind of style homes that were like that was like Israel, right? I think that was where that was set, or like
Yeah.
Jerusalem. Architecturally,
Yeah.
probably very similar.
Cool.
So yeah, you have that.
Sweet.
Just give me
I will.
give me a stealth since that's what you're doing. 13. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see. You get up there as you're following him. There are definitely a few moments where he like quickly turns, but thanks to you being like stealthy, you are able to like you like kind of last moment are able to like around a couple things to like not be seen. Although it is super close, like 1 digit close.
Yikes.
But so eventually, if you follow him, he will actually go back to the marketplace. And so like imagine if he was coming up on like a T-split, and like to the left was like the alleyway where you found him before. This time he's gonna go right, and as he goes right, you actually see him like there's like sort of a den kind of entrance, and you can see that there's stairs that go downstairs, and there's kind of like a dude standing in front of it, like a kind of a bouncer looking type, and he will kind of nod at the guy and then walk down into the den.
Do I see any like windows or chimneys or anything like that?
For the building, yes. but he seems to have gone down into more of like a basement or like cellar kind of area that would not have that.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to okay. I'm going to transition to an area kind of like above them,
Okay.
and what I'm going to try to do is drop a couple ball bearings to like make some clacking and weird noises, like some
Uh-huh.
like random hail or something. Like, what the hell is that about? And drop down and kind of tuck and roll in past him when he's like looking this way.
Okay, you're trying to make a noise distraction, slip by this guard.
Yeah, just
Okay.
drop a couple ball bearings and then drop,
Okay.
tuck and roll.
I would say stealth at. I'm gonna say that's a normal stealth roll for you, but he'll be doing the opposed check at disadvantage. Mathematically, still the same deal, but I feel like on paper that makes more sense than you having advantage.
Yeah. So I appear to crash to the ground quite loudly.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, he you maybe you accidentally land on your own ball bearings somehow. Just ball. He's just
I've earned that.
this guy just looks at you and he's like, making a pretty grand entrance. You know, staying down there in the den is free. You don't have to sneak in, bud.
I'm new here.
He points. I can see that. He reaches a hand to help you up. As he points at the den, by the way, you'll notice like around like the archway are some like thieves' cant symbols, and there's symbols that say like no conflict here, safe, like that kind of thing. Like this is a safe, neutral spot.
Hmm. Oof. Okay.
The guy helps you up. I can see you're new here. I suppose you wish to visit the den, though, yes?
Yeah.
Well,
Check it out.
Understandable. Let me just fill you in on a few of our rules here. You see, the den, many hundred of years ago when the war was happening, this was the one den where people in the marketplace could flee and be safe, as it was ablaze. So to honor the safety of it then, you must understand that, first of all, he points at your face, masks are forbidden inside for the safety and identity of everyone within. Masks only seem to encourage devious behavior, I suppose you could call it. There is no violence inside, no conflict of any kind. Anything like that must be taken outside. You do not touch another person's things. You do not steal another person's things. And you must check in, check out, and let me know what you're carrying on your person to verify that you're not taking anyone else's things.
Cool. What if I'm like a masked vigilante though, and like I can't reveal my identity?
Well, then you won't be gaining entrance where all the other masked vigilantes are unmasked.
What, really? Dude, that's like a major code thing.
Yes, but you understand being able to see someone's true identity discourages people from taking any drastic action inside.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Also of note, the guy you're following would recognize you with a mask without. He doesn't actually know what you look like.
Right.
Basically, this is I think of like the John Wick hotel, but like anybody can
I
stay.
actually haven't seen it.
Okay. It's the same kind of rules where it's like no fighting inside, don't mess with other people's things, and like your identity is known to everybody inside to discourage that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. And he'll like kind of pull the mask away and like tuck that away.
Excellent. Name, please.
Oh, names? We do names?
Just as long as you
Oh.
check in and check out with the same one.
Oh. Well, that Hazard.
Okay. Is that one or two Z's?
Oh, that's two.
I see. And then he'll just take he'll ask for just to take inventory of what you have on your person.
Cool.
And then and then you're free to enter.
Cool.
So as you step inside, and we got that unmasked hazard picture from before.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I
You
got
made
it. It's up. No, it's up here now. So yeah, you go down inside, and basically what you see is you see maybe a couple like rough rogue-looking types, but you also see a lot of like families that seem, you know, kind of down on their luck. You see probably some older individuals who maybe don't seem all that well, and it just seems to be like, yeah, there's like just a whole group of people here. Maybe those who are without homes, those who just need protection during the night. Yeah, see a whole ragtag group of misfits, so to speak.
Cool. Do I see like a donation box or anything like that? Like a communal
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, there is a thing that's like, you know, actually, go ahead. You are gonna see that regardless, but also give me a perception roll, please.
Lots of perceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. It's my second 26 in a row. 25, 26, 26.
It's a good roll.
Man.
So yeah, you're gonna see that like donation box like kind of right near the entrance. You're gonna get like you know, just help keep the den you know, free to the public, a thing like that. Sorry, I'm gonna jump ahead one song on this list.
I'm gonna throw 41 gold in there.
Okay, cool. And you'll notice that's like you probably just like double the donations in that box with that, honestly. You also are gonna notice so you're gonna see some of the same symbols you saw outside, like just reminders of the rules, things like that. But I will say, with your perception roll, one thing you are not going to notice is, despite this being, like I said, like an older thing from before the war, you do not see on any of these arches, you don't see any of those like dream runes. So you don't see, you do not see anything like that. But in the corner, you do see like napping is Mr. Alidan, and his so he's just kind of, you know, napping on a bedroll, and his magic carpet, still bundled up, is just kind of floating next to him, just kind of bobbing in the air.
Interesting. Is there like a bar or like knife him? Break all 3 rules. No conflict, no murder, no fights, no stealing.
This is
Call him a name, stab him, and steal his stuff. Break all 3 rules.
Yeah. I will say
Not
this
check
is
out.
this is much less of a tavern and more of like a homeless shelter kind of situation.
Gotcha.
It's like, oh, I guess it's more of like a hostel. Like it's cots and bedrolls. There's maybe like, there's no bar, but there's probably like a big like soup pot in the back and some things like that. But yeah, you're not gonna have anything on tap. Nobody's like, you know, getting drinks and tipping gold. It's very much like, you know, it's kept alive by donations, that kind of deal.
Gotcha. Oh, man. Well, I can't just break a code. Cool. Ponder. Okay, this is not the spot to do it. But he takes his goods with him where he goes.
Yep.
And
If
obviously
you
there's
wish
some-
to, Andrew, if you wish to ponder your options, we can switch over to the
Yeah.
other group.
That'd
So
be
let's
great.
let's do that. Meanwhile, I got sound effects.
I was gonna say nice sound effect. Yeah.
I use that sound effect for work all the time when I do like the 30 Rock cutaway kind of thing.
Mhm.
So the rest of you are going to Garen's apartment. So as you're walking through the city streets, you eventually see a very fancy looking building. By the way, this is a real temple in like India.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's basically you roll up and Garen's like, yeah, well, when you're head of security for the biggest bank on this side of the world, they pay you for your work.
Jesus.
Is that
Right.
just a bunch of doors that lead to nowhere, going every single floor up?
Those are bay windows.
Oh, hard to tell.
I was hoping there was some like weird ass Winchester mansion shit going on.
They're
This is a lot.
Ryan, what you said definitely is what it is in reality. So I can't speak for the Indian architects.
It is? So there's just a bunch of doors that go out to nowhere?
Yeah, like I said, this is like a real temple in India. So I don't claim to have any knowledge of why it's constructed that way. But for
Say they don't look like windows.
yeah, but for sake of this building, for in fiction, those are big bay windows.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about asking you for the prize money now.
I still feel a little bad, but not like super bad anymore.
Now that you solved this.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad. We were helping it out. I got taste on it. If anything, we deserve that money.
That's
Frankly,
true.
we should be asking more.
More than the prize money.
Make it 10. We haven't been paid in a minute.
It's true. I could tell that Eve was very encouraged by your presence there at the fight. I've never even seen her move that quickly.
Yeah,
funny
about
enough.
that.
Must be a compliment to your presence. Anyway, come
Citing
on
this
inside.
canon
There's
that she caused like a nuclear explosion.
there is a
When he turns and moves away, Braun's gonna like have a hand down to Charlie so he can high five it.
Hold on, it's not the same sound effect, but high five. All right.
Too slow.
So you go inside and there's remember I said like the bank had like its own like lever and pulley like rudimentary elevator kind of deal. So you go inside and this building has the same thing. So like elevators are like probably kind of a rare thing in this world. And you didn't like the crew who didn't go to the bank didn't see this. So like that's probably already like, whoa, what's this crazy thing?
I feel like of the crazy things that we see, an elevator would be really low on that list.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like, is it magic? Is it like a teleporty thingy? It just takes you somewhere, or does it just like move?
It's Braun, you're Northport. It's a port town. You understand how things are lifted on and off boats. Yes.
Usually with ropes and
Right.
smelly men.
Right. So just think of us as the cargo, and the apartments are the docks.
How high up is your
But, wait,
residence?
but does it smell you to go in there, though?
Oh no, absolutely not. It smells of
That's
elderberries,
the more important question for sure,
elderberry,
Charlie.
lilac, and gooseberries, and mint, and all sorts of lovely things.
I
But,
knew
like-
a guy whose father smelled of elderberries, and it didn't sound like it was a good thing.
I see. One
And
of
his
you
mom
asked
also
how high up my place is.
Yeah.
I am on the second highest floor. I'm afraid I don't own the penthouse suite. That belongs to some different individuals.
Well, who's that guy that owns that?
And you hear,
Oh my
somebody
God,
say
this is-
something about the penthouse suite, huh? As a couple from before rolls on up.
Mr. Braun, it's our friends.
Look who's staying in the same building tonight.
We are staying with our friend.
Dustberry here, like,
You-
kind of does this exactly in the pose, like, toward Ron, like, oh, I see how convenient that everybody seems to be just a floor away from each other.
What a small world.
Indeed. So, why not enjoy this small world even more and come on up, huh? You can sit, we can talk, have some wine. You can leave anytime you like. There is no pressure. We just spend time together and we see how the evening goes. Maybe it goes a long time. Maybe it goes for a short conversation and that is it. You decide when you want to leave. Nothing is more fun to us than consent.
As much as all of that sounds wonderful, Mr. Blood, we have a lot of strategizing, team meeting, end of the world fighting stuff to
But if you-
accomplish.
But if you guys are still up, then maybe later tonight we can go hang out.
He looks down. I'm afraid this offer is for the adults here, Sonny.
Oh, phooey.
Garen,
Wow, so it's really just Val, Braun, and Charlie right now? Like,
well, Garen's there too
like-
with Eve, but
Hazard's not there and Lancer's not there, so it's just like
Yep.
the two adults and the kid.
yeah.
It's like, tuck the kid in, and then we really party.
Yeah. Well, Garen will be like, Garen will say, well, I mean, Charlie can take a room in my place, or he can hang with Eve if you two want to spend some time in the penthouse. I won't stop you. There's room for everybody when you're done.
Do you guys have any children?
And
'Cause
there's
I like
plenty
to
of
cast,
room. Sorry.
I like to cast haste and ride the children.
Oh no!
I don't know what that means. So maybe you stay with Garen, you pet Eve, and I know Garen has lots of sweets and things like that at his place. And maybe you
Okay.
two come up for a little bit and you have, you know, some sweets of the alcoholic persuasion. Blood
You
looks
know
at
what? We
Blood
will
looks at
definitely let you know for surezies. Yeah.
Blood looks at Val doing that contemplative look and just like, as I said, there is no pressure. You can leave anytime you like. Nothing happens that nobody is 100% cool with.
I am not used to people being so forward. I'm not sure if I like it, but I kind of do. I don't understand.
Dustberry does this same lean down. Trust me, being forward is one of the best ways to get what you want. And there's definitely oh wait. When she winks, there's definitely one of the best ways to get what you want.
Well, yes, forward is very important. You know what else is forward? These doors. We should go through them, correct? Let us be on our way.
Yes, let's go. We only have one more floor than you. And then I guess this has all been on the elevator right up, this whole conversation.
Like maybe like that ding also is when the
Is
elevator,
when the
gets
elevator
swept.
stops? Yeah.
And I'm like, I just pushed everyone off.
Yeah. As everybody gets off. Hey,
You know. Oh,
Miss Val, it's only one more flight up. I promise it will be worth your while. And then the doors close.
I have never. Is everybody here so forward? Is it like a tiefling thing?
Garen like looks at you all. I mean, we can be pretty generous, although it's not always so
Like generous?
shall we say biologically generous?
Can't barely fucking see my eyebrows anymore because they're blonde.
Anatomically generous.
I am very confused. I thought everybody was facing forward.
Garen will let everybody into his apartment in the meantime.
Real talk, I was probably thinking about like not going in or anything like that, but I was totally thinking about like figuring out where they lived and like seeing how much traffic, like traffic, because I was curious or whatever, and now they're just upstairs and I am concerned.
So you all step into. Garen's just like, well, welcome to your home for the next evening or evenings, whatever it is. Swings the door open, and then this is the sight you see. Super nice apartment. Eve goes and like gets right up on like her seat, which is like on one of the nice chairs. And yeah, everybody is inside. Oops.
It's very nice in here. I'm gonna go play with Evie.
Yeah, you can do that. And if anybody needs some refreshments, he'll motion toward his kitchen, which has like, it has like the like tiered bowl of fruit. There's like bread and like, beverages, everything, all sorts of delectable things over there.
They're already like you are already so very generous, sir.
Hey, any friend of Vander Warren is a friend of mine.
Okay, I'm gonna go have an apple. Also, Mr.
Everything you
Braun-
could ever want but apples. I'm just kidding.
Oh, what?
Those definitely
Pineapple?
apples. Definitely apples.
Mr. Braun,
Yes.
do we actually have like super sneaky things to plot this evening?
I feel like Braun's gonna like get into the main room and then he's gonna like hit the button on his armor that makes it all fall down like a bunch of pots and pans.
Yeah.
Sits back in a chair and he's like, ugh. I hope
So
not,
that
I'm
is-
exhausted.
So that is a no. Okay. All right.
So
I mean, I'm curious. I'm not.
Val,
Fine, I'll
do you
just.
really want to go talk to a guy that says let's make purple?
I mean, kind of. He's sort of amusing. But also, I
guy
don't
doesn't seem
know
on
how
the
that
up and
would
up.
work with his lady friend there. That's a little strange. But also, hey, do we know where Hazard went? Did he say anything before he left?
Cut to. I should
Perfect.
stop minimizing this. Cut to. Hazard in.
Do you have a star wipe? Do you have a star wipe?
If OBS, I might be able to find a plug-in. I don't presently have one.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cast another sending. Like, the transition is just like, hey, are you okay? Like, you just kind of left again. Are you alive? You're
We see
alive,
like
right?
we do like the Sherlock style text, and then like the bubble like, and we see the bubble like float through the city and like arrive at Hazard.
That's fun. Yeah, can't steal it. See you in a bit.
I don't think they know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking aloud there.
So that's all you get back, and Val didn't know you even snuck off to do that. So she just gets back, can't steal it. What?
At the moment, I'm writing a note and labeling it with just a pretty H, and I tuck it in under Dude Man I was chasing after.
Okay. You want to tell us what
and-
the note says?
Oh, it just says like I'd like to make a deal, and then some kind of meeting thing. Since tomorrow I know we're going to a couple places. I give them a place and a time. Something around lunch, I guess.
Okay.
And
Okay, and then you
and I
just leave.
guess, yeah. If there's anyone injured, I'll blow up my spell slots on some cure wounds. I guess. I know it's
That's-
not like.
You know what? I don't give
Right
these
up
as often as I could, but I'll give you a point of inspiration because there's definitely like some families in there, and like there's probably like a couple sick kids or like some hardworking dads with like some sores. So like yeah, there's definitely some people you could touch up.
Tight. And I guess I'll drop another 50 gold in the box on the way out.
Okay.
They need it.
Yeah.
You have 50 gold.
He had 91,
He had 91.
or at least that's
Who has-
as much as you've dropped in.
91 what?
You dropped in 41 before,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
a total of 91.
Correct.
Actually, seeing you do that, the guy as you leave, like the guy at the front will see that and he'll be like, "Hey, it's pretty generous for a first time visitor. For some of our highest donors, we like to remember them. Can we, write your name into one of the bricks here or something like that?"
Justice.
Justice.
No. Don't worry about it. It's good.
All right. Well, it's generous of you regardless. He'll check you over, like comparing it to the inventory list he got of you before, and just, well, all right, Mr. Hazard, it's been nice having you here. Thank you for respecting the rules of the establishment. I hope you got what you needed out of your visit.
I hope so too. And I. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
All right. So we cut back to Garen's place. When Val got the response, can't steal it. See you soon.
Actually, you know what? I'm totally not a narc, so I'm just gonna kind of like looking at Braun, and then I'm gonna go play with Charlie and Evie.
Okay. You're not heading upstairs just yet?
No,
Okay.
I can't seem too eager if I'm going to go. Hello.
That's fair. So as you're playing with Charlie and Evie, Garen will actually grab an apple himself and just sit down, and he'll look at all of you. You all seem, pretty magically inclined.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. I've noticed, he looks at Charlie, he's like, I can see very much that, your power comes from within.
Yeah, it's kind of like a draconic bloodline thing, some of us got it.
Yes. There's more to you than just your bloodline, though, Charlie. Seems he's taking these bites way too fast. It seems, to me, that you may be one of those, once in every so many generation types. Sometimes they come along and they're more powerful than to be expected.
That's what they said, yeah. I mean, it's not exactly new. Like, most people my age not as good at magic.
I see. Well, that's certainly something to be proud of. You know, I'm a sorcerer myself.
Oh yeah?
Yes, and he's going to his hands are gonna glow like in the picture, and he's probably the apple's just gonna like levitate off to the side while he does. And if you want to roll me an Arcana, Richard, as he's doing this.
Yeah, I don't know much about magic, you know. Just
Yes.
kind of whatever I got born with, you know.
Yeah, so you roll and you are not sure, like he said he's a sorcerer, but like based on kind of what he's doing, you have no clue what kind of sorcerer he is. If Val and Braun want to do Arcana as well, they can. It's gonna be like slightly harder DC for them though.
That apple is floating. How cool.
I don't know
Braun-
how to levitate things. That's pretty cool.
Braun, I'm gonna say, because Braun doesn't quite have the same knowledge base, of course. But Braun, you now having like some cleric stuff, you know what it's like to have power, like being championed by a god. Being around Charlie, you know what it's like to have sorcerer power. Being around Val, you know what it's like to be a bard and have like the power come from music and sound. So to you, you're also like, oh, this must be like something very rare that he is. Like this seems, yeah, very special, whatever he is.
Also, I am
Because he
like
can
the
lift an apple?
harbinger of like chaos and stuff.
Less the fact that he's lifting an apple, more the fact that like he's got, you notice like he's got sort of a purple glow to his hands and stuff when he does spells. Like that's something you have not seen before. So whatever it is seems rare.
I don't think I've noticed that in any of the bar fights I've broken up.
Most, like me, choose not to imbibe alcohol or things of that nature so as to not cloud our minds.
So
He
what
might-
are you then?
He'll point up with his glowing hand and like touch his face, and like his whole like head will kind of glow sort of purpley. I'm what you may call a psionic sorcerer.
Oh, I thought he was going to say that like he was a body snatcher or something.
The apple will float down back into his hand. Nope, not a body snatcher, I'm afraid. Just one who knows how to cast sorceries from within the power of their own mind. Charlie, yours comes from your blood. Mine comes from brain power, I suppose you could think.
Your power comes from the rain?
My brain.
Oh, your brain. That makes more sense. Okay.
You're a rare one, Charlie, just like me. So from sorcerer to sorcerer, you know, I trust that you continue to do your part to help others with the power you've been given.
That's the best that I can do.
You two seem magical as well. He leans back a little bit, looks over at Braun and Val, if you care to discuss.
Yeah, I was non-magical for most of my life up until like a couple weeks ago, and then a god took interest in me. And he gave me this gauntlet, and he made me deal with about 30 years of trauma in about 2 days, and now I can cast spells.
He looks
So-
at the glove and he sees, oh, Torm. You know, you might think that would go over poorly with the order here, but it's my understanding they're still trying to prove themselves just as good as the Order of Torm, so I suppose the Order of Glacia would do whatever they could to prove that.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed when it comes to breaking up fights in taverns and keeping watch over a city is
That's a really funny Freudian slip.
sorry, thinking about. Anyways,
You gotta keep watch over the titty.
Thinking about the neighbors upstairs, huh?
yeah, it's. I think they're sending me psionic messages. You know those boys in the plate, the paladins. They, you can never be too sure with them. One day it's all about peace and love and God, and the next day it's about oath of vengeances. And suddenly someone's scorned them, and they must destroy an entire order.
I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those types.
I heard a paladin, if pushed far enough, may even become something as drastic as an arsonist.
You never know what they can do. Literally unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
And you, Miss Shademark?
Well, you know, I didn't like. I was kind of forced into learning how to become a bard. And then it just kind of worked out, I suppose. And now my god is much cooler than his god. Mine is Squelicky?
Yes.
Yes! Nailed it. Yeah, so me and him are totally tight and stuff. So I just, I try to enjoy what I can do, even though it's, a thing. But
Squelicky, I hear he can be a bit of a wily one.
He's super great. He's super fun, okay?
He's done with his apple and he catches it, except rather than like telekinetically throwing it into the bin, he actually will like just do a physical like perfect like swoosh into his trash can. Well then, before I turn in, could I ask you all just one more thing, just for my own education?
Sure.
What would that be?
You've all been traveling together for some time as a group, as a party, they say.
Yeah.
If I may just ask you, how would you describe yourselves as a unit? And if this were like a game, like this is when the dialogue wheel would come up, and you would see. So would you call yourselves wise, subtle, graceful, sturdy, cold, always moving, energetic, or hot-headed?
Are those the only options? I feel like we're none of those things.
Always moving.
Like.
Well,
Yeah,
of the
we're
eight,
moving.
which are you most like?
This is for all of us.
Yes, as
Is
a unit.
Reckless one of them?
No,
Or
we're
as a
actually,
whole,
like,
as a whole
unit.
unit.
Reckless is perhaps under hot-headed to some degree.
We're kind of just like a group of persons that are like, hey, maybe the world shouldn't end or something.
There's not always the best cohesion in our group. We're all a bit different.
Really radical ideas. Maybe not everyone should die.
Braun was like a super meanie face at first, like super.
Yeah,
What
I'm
is
still
it-
mean.
What is the thing where you eat all the eggs and bacon?
Oh, speaking of. And then, like, cut to wide shot, and it's like Braun somehow has eggs and bacon. And it's
Yep.
like, where did you get that? Like,
Garen's like,
question.
I told you I have everything in the kitchen.
Are
I
those
assumed
bay
this was
windows?
for everyone.
I
It
kept
is.
some pocket bacon.
Are those pocket bacon? Are those bay windows open or closed?
I'm gonna say closed, but if you were to like swing in and be like, I'm here, like,
No, you kind of hear like a thud into it, and like Hazard like kind of has his face pressed up, and then he like looks at the ring and just Misty steps into the room.
nice.
So, all right, guys. So, hey guys. So, all right. Not able to get the. I can't steal from that guy. It's like he's.
You
He
tried
needs
to
it.
steal from somebody.
No, I was doing recon. I was gonna steal.
Oh,
But like, there's an oath on the door that's like, "Hey, we don't steal here." And then like everyone inside was like, they needed what they had. And the salesman, he's like sleeping on the floor with his goods on him, and I'm not gonna steal his stuff. That's just messed up, right?
a
Yes.
little bit. Hey, I have a quick, like 2 questions for you.
Huh? Yeah.
Is this your real voice?
Yeah, that raspy thing is getting real rough, and
Ooh.
oh, hi, stranger. Civilian.
And also the second question though is how would you describe our party as a whole, as a unit?
I don't know. We're always moving.
We are always moving.
Haven't really had
We
time
are
to sit
always
down and
moving.
think about descriptor terms.
Garen says, I see, always moving. Any pets, Eve? Always moving like water. Well then, I will turn myself in for the evening. And
Insight. I don't trust suddenly psionic being with like water. Like
Dang
he's
it!
gonna
Wait,
try.
which one was
Stagnant
Umbreon? Umbreon's the best one. Damn it!
Stagnant water doesn't move. That's
Is there
why
a
it's
dark
stagnant.
one?
which
I want
one
the
was
dark one?
which one was Umbreon? Subtle like the night, which is not you guys. But
Dang it!
but you may have, I
so
mean, like whatever you
fucking
answered,
subtle.
we could shoehorn whatever in, but like I was curious what you guys would have done. Anyway, so he scratches. Yes, always moving like water. If you want to insight, you absolutely can.
All I'm saying is that if I have like a crazy rampant dream where I am drowning in water, I am going to go murder him in his sleep.
And I'll
Okay.
help.
Gently. Like I would probably like wake him up first and be like, first of all, how dare you? But, you know, we'd talk it out.
So anyway, he'll go to his room. Eve will go along, and you'll see before he closes, he's definitely got the like one of those rooms that's like closed off by like big old like double doors. So like before he closes them, you'll see Eve like curl up like on her own little like doggy tiger bed kind of thing. Then he'll just anyway. There are other guest rooms. He motions to like the top floor to the next floor up where like there's stuff. Next floor up is in like his apartment is 2 levels, not like elevator level up. Motion to that. And otherwise, yes, please make yourselves at home. I do ask that you are rested in the morning because I will be, locking up my place when I go to work. But otherwise, have yourselves he looks at Val, an enjoyable night. Then closes the door.
I might not go up there. Why is he staring at me that way?
So anyway, yeah, so you all are now left alone in his apartment.
So is this about stealing from a homeless person?
Oh, I was just doing recon.
Oh, I haven't shown this screen yet. I got a little be back soon for Lancer.
Oh, that's great.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Daddy.
girls, knock it off.
Now. So, what kind of recon were you running?
Well, I was gonna just like break into the shop and grab it, give it the old yoink it. Chill. Damn.
Oh, look at that tail, though. She was gonna go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, she is agitated with her little sister. Yeah, I was just gonna break in and steal it and just, in, out, gone.
Mhm.
But he needs it. He needs the money. So anyway, I'm gonna meet him tomorrow. I left him a note. We're gonna figure something out. I'm figuring if we rob someone who doesn't need it, we can make something work. Everybody needs something.
I like
What if we didn't rob it because I'm
Oh.
pretty sure we're going to get the winnings from this tournament if
Oh.
Eve wins.
Right, Bron. For legal reasons, I didn't say stealing.
Yeah, you said rob.
So I didn't say steal. You agree? Excellent. Okay. I gotta draw some schematics. Well, I guess I don't know. I've got some thinking to do. I'm gonna go gargoyle.
Aren't you a crime fighter?
Are those apples?
Shouldn't you be fighting crime?
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting big crime with the thing.
But
I'm
instead you're
wondering-
doing crime.
If maybe I do the thing with the mask and stuff, and they'd be like, "Hey, guess what? I found it." Maybe they would like go after it themselves, though.
Nah, then they might kill the guy. They might disappear him.
You know, I don't know if they are like a violent kind, actually. So that's a good hesitation. That's a. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're a cult. Remember that cult that wasn't violent? I don't.
I mean, we don't know necessarily if they're a cult. They could just be a club.
Is that what they told you?
No, but they didn't.
That we're a club
necessarily-
of like-minded individuals?
I mean, they didn't really.
The club like the one the guys upstairs are going. They are in.
They
That kind of club?
invited us to
I-
a thing.
I got to the wrong floor. I miscounted.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm great.
What did you see?
Too much.
Hold on. Odds, evens. Oh yeah, you saw too much.
I feel like that was going to be the answer either way.
It was gonna be degrees of. It was literally gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. How much did you see? Like first base, second base, third base, or too much?
If it was one, it just means hazards accrued.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
So they are already like.
They're doing a lot of things.
Well, that's
A
rude.
lot of things I don't know about.
Well, no, I'm not going to go. Shoot.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, that probably wasn't gonna go anyway, but I mean, that's besides the point. Anyway,
What you guys looking at?
Huh?
we're not talking about the creepy people upstairs. No.
Okay.
Someone's hyper.
How? So, Okay, guys. So what is like? Let's actually maybe plot for tomorrow, though. Like, I was kind of like, I don't want to plot for tomorrow, but maybe what is our game plan? Are we just gonna go to the pits or the fighting tournament?
Well, there's
we have
also
that-
the market in the temple, right?
Yeah.
Well, it seems we've checked out the market already, and we met some very knowledgeable people of many things, and they didn't seem to know what we were talking about. But I feel like the temple and the pit would be our best bets right now.
So hypothetically, you know how our like gracious host was like, hey, maybe not do any like structural damage to
You
this
see-
place.
As you say that, Garen is like leaving his room to go pee real quick. It's just, I meant that, by the way. Closes the bathroom door.
You didn't hear anything. So what happens when
By the
we
way,
have to?
can everybody roll me perception real quick? Hearing based.
Oh no!
That was
That's a third
D4.
26 in a row, my dudes.
Nice.
Did a
Rocket.
perception hat trick.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hazard
no.
and Val 100% hear him just tinkle, tinkle, tinkle after he closes
Damn
the
these
door.
elven ears.
You
Damn
hear
these
him peeing in
elven
there.
ears.
That makes sense since you guys are elves. Anyways, in the middle of Val trying to be like, this is the plan, just tinkle, 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 in her ears.
So wait for the flush.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you know what happens when we actually have to destroy the archway and it just happens to be underneath the fighting arena. Cause that's the thing, we have to destroy it.
What if we like flood it or something?
Can't you just break it with the sound thing?
I could cave in the whole place though.
Don't think we've actually only been able to destroy it. It's been mostly like massive structural damage and
Yeah,
stuff.
very specifically, one of the ones that is the first one you guys encountered, which is still around,
Up.
was the one
Yeah.
in Pawtooth, and like you guys did try to see like, could we just like chisel away at this thing forever? And like the answer is technically yes, but like it would take you like forever to manually destroy this thing singularly. But like cave-ins have worked. You have flooded one previously. The one under the
We did
lighthouse
flood
flooded, so that is a viable option.
And I mean, they used to do that with actual coliseums back in the day. Like they just
It's true.
flood stuff. For
Charlie, you
like
got anything
medieval
you
war
can-
games.
Destroy it with?
To destroy a thing without, causing much more structural damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cold. I could animate some kind of object. We could find an object big enough to like smash it.
Okay.
Archived. What does it mean when a spell is archived? Is that like a tester thing, and then they're like, we hate it?
Are you on D&D Beyond?
Yeah,
Maybe that means it was a UA one.
maybe.
What's the spell?
Psionic blast.
Oh, no, because that's still in there. That's pretty normal. I think.
I don't know. It says archived.
Weird. I mean, obviously,
I mean,
you can
we
still
could-
use it. So
Yeah.
When we find it, we can also just hand it off to Scorchstone authorities to destroy. Like, take our time.
That's true. Assuming that we can trust everybody.
That's a good point.
Because, I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but I mean, we've already fought some decent levels of government corruption and stuff. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if it's everywhere and it runs pretty deep.
Yeah, you don't get a house like this without cutting some corners.
Well, I mean, he used to run with Vander. Like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he cut those corners a few times. Quite happily. But
Just keep our
also,
wits
this
about
building
us.
is frightening and they don't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of statues out there.
It's a lot
A
of
lot.
statues. It's a lot of color. Like, you just, wow.
Like, how much do you
Eyesore.
think this goes for on Zillow?
Oh, it's probably a lot.
I've
you
already,
know?
Right.
I've already somehow fit the idea of Yelp into this world. I don't want to think about fitting Zillow into the fiction just yet.
Houses in Detroit, guys. Pretty
Zi-
cheap.
Zillow is going to be like some god of architecture who's like, this is the value of this home.
It's got one master bed, one
I
master
have
bath.
decided the rent is 12 gold a week.
Oh, that's high.
That is high.
That's stupid
12
high.
gold?
12
I think
gold
that's
a
pretty
week.
good.
What?
A week?
What for San Francisco, maybe?
For New York?
I've decided this is how the money god speaks. What's cash money?
I don't like it.
Anyways,
Sounds like an eldritch salamander.
So, I don't know, maybe we can, like, get a better beat on it in the morning.
Yeah. Just feel like we never know when it's going to happen. And now with Lancer gone, I don't know, just felt a lot more confident going into these things when we had a
Better
insane
bar.
person at our back.
Oh. I thought you were going to say. Well, no, yeah, no. I hear you. I hear you. He
Well, we
did
can do
kind of
this.
save our Tookuses from the freaking train. So,
And that water one that nearly killed us all.
and the giant lady from the sea.
Also that.
I'm
it was the
gonna go
evil
do that.
version of Torm's girlfriend.
There were a lot of fights, but we've all grown stronger. We've all gotten better. We have new equipment. We can do this. We've got this.
I have flour with spice in it,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've overcome my peanut allergy.
You had the
Hazards.
peanut allergy?
Yeah, no one knew about it.
Did you really have that like on your character sheet? Because that's amazing if it was there.
Not on my
Flaws,
sheet, but
peanut
head
allergy.
canon. Head canon.
That's
Yeah.
great. I love it.
Well, I think I'm going to turn in for the night and make sure that we get some rest for tomorrow. If you two do decide to go out tonight, I'll just ask you to be back before a reasonable hour. We might be fighting another one tomorrow. One of those things.
Yes, sir.
Then you're gonna see him walk down the hall. It's like, oh my god, the rooms are so big. And I'll close the door.
Oh, and I will say, if Braun is like observing as he walks, there's definitely one like next to like a not like a freezer meat locker, but there's definitely like one room where it's like all the cured meats are hanging. Like that's definitely next to a bedroom.
Oh my.
If he wants to take the neighboring one there.
Yeah.
Before as everyone's turning in for the night, like as Val is like, getting her bed ready, she will actually receive a message of her own.
Somebody is talking to me?
And
Wait, that's probably not good.
and it'll be like, we still have more wine. No pressure, just one glass. Would love to see you.
I was going to, but I might die tomorrow. Thank you, though.
The message you get back is like, sounds like the perfect reason to come up then. But also, we'll be doing the same thing tomorrow night. It's just me and Dustberry up here. Again, no pressure.
Maybe tomorrow, like as a celebratory thing. Most definitely, probably, maybe. Ish. Yeah. Send.
All right. And you get like, they must have like, they cast it simultaneously, I guess, because you get in stereo both of them just saying like, good night then, Valison.
Good night.
Creepy.
I had the room next to Braun, it would be like mouth to the wall. Hey, did you get that message by chance?
Did Braun get that message?
No.
Okay.
Between the two of you,
Wow.
they felt like one was a little more interested. Okay. So we cut to the next morning. Everybody's long rested. Everybody has all their spell slots. The scrying eye is, I don't even remember what you used it for previously, but it's
It might have been on the cat. I honestly don't remember.
maybe it's recharged. Yeah. So that's all happening. And then in the morning, Garen will he'll be eating his breakfast until it's time for him to go to the bank. And then he'll just. So I will have a word, as I said, with the head of security at the fighting pit. I guess you all have temple to visit today. I'll see you at the pits tonight, and we can discuss how to move forward with your investigation.
Sounds good. Thank you again for making available your very luxurious home.
Happy to do so. And if you so wish, you see like Eve is definitely just like at like Charlie's heels playfully. If you so desire, you could take care of Eve today. Have her travel around with you.
What if we got her killed? What if we took her and we ended up fighting a freaking thing and she got murdered?
Charlie, what do you say? Would you like to stay with us today?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Maybe we could train her, and then she could be even stronger for the battle at the tournament.
Teach Evie Fireball.
I will say, I think Flareon would be very complement well a tiefling sorcerer.
Yes. I
Well,
agree.
based on what you said, it's probably going to be a Vaporeon.
God damn it.
I'll put this, I'll drop this link in here, in case you want to use anything at Eve's disposal. She does have keen senses. So that may come in handy later, or anything else on that sheet, obviously, because she's with you. So yeah, that's what you got. So shall I assume you all head off to the temple?
Yeah, why not? Let's go to the temple.
Okay. If there's another pit stop you want to make, you can go for it. I guess Hazard at some point will have his like noon meeting with Ali Don.
Yeah, I think between the two places.
Okay. So we'll go first to the temple. And you go to the same entrance you're at before, where these were totally tieflings the whole time, I swear. Ignore the fact that they have ASMR wings. And those clerics are still floating out front as they were before, as you approach.
Charlie will go invisible on arriving.
You do that
before arriving.
Okay. If you do that, Eve will still be like circling around at your ankles.
That's okay.
Okay.
Evie's a service dog.
Is Eve large sized or medium or small?
I will say right now, medium sized.
Okay, so Charlie could ride Eve.
I guess technically, yeah. So I will say for now, I know like a tiger, I think on the sheet there is supposed to be large. I will say for now she is medium, for probably obvious thematic reasons later.
But
But
Eve, let me ride her.
roll me an animal handling.
Oh, I'm probably not very good.
I'll help. I'll assist. I'm trained in that.
Oh, it's a flat roll. So at advantage with some assistance.
Yeah. So we have 10. Yeah, I'd say that's probably, it might take like, she might be like confused at first because it's like, what is this? Like people don't do this. But then she'll like, she might like understand. It like might take a few minutes for her to understand. Like, oh, you want to? Oh, okay. And then she'll like be fine with it.
I just want to hug you ever so closely.
and she'll be all like happy about that. So yeah, you totally can.
Yay.
So as you approach the temple, are you still invisible? Do you turn still invisible like while on her back when you reach the temple?
If I'm riding her, then no.
Okay. So this is then you all roll up to the temple, and like I said, this is the site you see the clerics out in front.
Yes, hello. We're here to inspect the temple. We were told we'll be open today.
Oh yes,
Where
you
are
were
we
here
at?
yesterday, weren't you? Well, yes, it is open today. Please head on in, and I do believe. Well, no, you didn't set any appointments, so I don't know if anyone is waiting for you, but you may absolutely enter, and they'll
That's
park
great.
and let you in.
Didn't know that we were supposed to set up an appointment. They didn't mention the new appointments yesterday, did they?
You did not, but that's fine. We don't need a guide.
So you go inside, and in the back, kind of like where this, I guess, stained glass window would be, this big old painting is hanging. And then as you go in, so as you go in, I don't know what this art is. I think I just saw it on my Pinterest. It looks like it should be like a Final Fantasy villain, but it's not any of them. It looks really similar to the FF8 villain, but it's not her. So
No, I meant the setting. It looks like the
oh,
what's his name? Harkon? Remember Harkon's room?
it might be. I'm not 100% sure. As you walk in though,
Oh.
like the picture is very, what you're seeing, the site is very similar to this. It's rather dark inside. It's dark, but it doesn't like smell dank or musty or anything like that. Like it is clean. It's just like not super well lit. You see more of like the clerics that you saw outside, like going about their business. Some are like, some seem to be like channeling or like practicing spells. You have some that are more like scribes writing things down. You see a couple like paladins, like with their armor, like with their weapon sheath, maybe like leaning against walls and chatting, like going about their business. But yeah, all the way in the back is, like I said, this painting, and it's actually it is like hanging over this sort of altar you see here.
I don't like it, and I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay.
Same. Gonna investigate it,
Okay.
especially if we're looking for like clues and underground like
Sure.
secret doors and stuff.
Sure. So if you look, you'll see that as you look around it, it's sort of like, you know how like some paintings when they hang like almost like 45 degrees off the wall this way, and they're like on like a chain sort of, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So you look and it's kind of hanging in that way. So it's not like up against the wall, potentially covering anything. It is hanging, so it is like suspended in that way. So it does not seem to be, like you said, like a secret panel or like Scooby-Doo flip thing. It's not anything like that. It seems like a normal painting.
Any clues in the painting that I would see like in the ceiling or the walls? Anything that kind of thinking Raiders of the Lost Ark, in the library where
I
there was
see.
like symbology.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, it just appears to be just a normal, like, nice, like, honorific painting. So that roll, what was that roll? You said history.
I wanted to know if I knew like who that was, maybe, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I'm so like, wow, look at that sleeve work.
Well, you're in the Temple of Glacia.
Yeah,
So-
so it's but is that like standard? She looks like a freaking murder crazy with that freaking staff and stuff. Like, is that normal? Is that
Well, I'll
I
say
guess-
based on your 5, that's what you don't know.
it just seems like a little crazy. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if other people want to roll, could be history, could be religion, anything like that. Doesn't look like anything to me.
Ron, it's this painting right here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ron, you're looking at the wall.
I was looking at the sconce. It just filled me with so much joy.
Yeah. Hazard, I would say with the 16, like you're able to, not like every detail about Glacia, but you do know she is famously daughter of Asmodeus, who is like the ruler of Hellside. So she is like the princess of Hell, basically.
Oh.
Right, the Princess of Hell.
Oh, that makes more sense now, actually.
Doesn't it?
Should I be worried since I signed up with Torm? Are they like against each other or something?
I mean, he said last night that they weren't like necessarily at odds, but they were always like, "We're gonna be better than you."
We're competing.
So maybe it's more like a friendly, like, "Ha ha ha, we're cooler than you."
They can tell that to their 0 tournament wins. Ooh!
Ooh,
Smackdown.
Upon
we're gonna get kicked out of the temple.
Big burn.
you say that, and you just
Oh shit! And I move
Like-
behind Ron.
immediately behind you. Yes, it's true. I did not fare particularly well in the tournament.
Oh shit!
Joy thought it would be good for the head cleric to get more combat experience, but I think being in the tournament just proved that magic is my forte rather than melee combat.
We were just playing around. We didn't actually mean it. You didn't actually mean it, right?
I mostly didn't mean it.
You mostly did not mean that.
I understand. And no, you should not be worried as one who follows Torm. We do not plan on going to war with his forces in any way. I don't know if you're familiar with most of the history of this part of the land, but considering how much we've been villainized throughout history, our issues are more about proving that we are just as good and important to the order and security of this land than any other group.
Do you guys have like a yearly like hill ball tournament, like against all of the orders, and you like own them on the field?
Hillball, unfortunately, has not spread too far beyond the Goliaths at this point, but I'd be lying if I said that I don't think, I'd be lying if I said Joy wouldn't absolutely crush it on the Hillball field.
That's
At
a
which
shame,
point,
because
Joy walks
Hillball-
up and she's just like, "It's true. I would be an excellent quarterback for Hillball."
Absolutely.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys are here. We can talk to you guys a bit. I don't know how up to date you are on with the gate, crisis going on, the dream
The
nights
Dream
and
Gates.
whatnot.
If you want to dot it and like give them the explanation, that's fine.
No, we're gonna be
Yeah.
here an hour. We're gonna explain all of it.
So we come
I'll
back
give
up.
the real quick like what you need to know.
Yeah, so fade down, fade up. And Joy's just like, excuse me. Joy's just like, "So Rufus over there in Bright Bay already pledged his paladins to fight with you?
He did.
Well, we can definitely do that too. I mean, we'd be better. We'd fight better." She looks at Vex, right? We fight just as good. I'd say we fight better.
I don't know. Maybe we have to see.
I mean, he did seem pretty confident that like he had the best knights to join. So I don't.
Is that a
think that's
challenge?
You'd have to take it up with the Dream Knights and killing them.
I don't know.
Presumably.
I see a paladin of Torm right here, and she points to you. And we got a paladin of Glacia right here.
I'm not a paladin, barely a cleric. I just work for the guy. I'm not like that's not my deal.
Plus, I bet Charlie could totally take both of you out, probably.
Does Val
Like,
actually say that?
Like, yeah, quietly.
I'll rumble.
Vex,
I got nothing to do.
Vex looks at Val saying that to herself and gives a look that's like, "Heard that. Watch yourself." She doesn't say
Just
that
kidding.
loud, but it's a very much like a snap look.
Look at the kid, huh?
The kid
Like-
riding the moon tiger. Actually, Vex will look over the kid and just, "Oh, you have." Well, if this isn't the future tournament winner, and she'll pet Eve a little bit.
Yeah.
She's got quite the reputation there already. I believe she's won. Looks at Joy. I don't know. I've probably lost count of the exhibition matches she won before this particular tournament.
Really? So Eve's a regular winner?
Yeah, it's actually Joy will jump in here. Yeah, it's a wonder she hasn't actually, matured yet. I'm always curious to see what form she'll take. I guess she never had the right trainer.
He might be.
He might be. He said he might be. That's okay. That's why I have the Charlie token up.
I heard him. He's away.
Do you have a nice nap, Richard?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's why that's exactly why I put your token up.
I'll mute myself.
You look comfy.
He does.
It's all
The
good.
sleep that you don't mean to take is always the best.
Yeah. It's that like warm, like you can't keep your eyes open sleep where you're just
Yep.
like it's the most
Yep.
wonderful. Always happens in like at mass or like at school. Like it's
Yeah.
never when you're actually trying to go to bed.
Right.
Yeah.
no.
So anyways,
that's only-
yeah, so Joy's like, yeah, it surprised me that Eve didn't mature yet. I suppose she just needed the right. She looks at all of you, trainers behind her.
What, like
Well-
telling her how to sit down and stuff?
You've been to the tournament. You know the kind of training I'm talking about.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Anyway,
right.
was that all you wished, was to ask us about forces?
Also, if there's a secret, hidden, forbidden area of your temple that might have some ancient alien artifact, we should probably look at it, get it tested,
Totally.
They look at each other for a moment, look back. Well, there's the old temple with the mural.
Oh, shit.
That sounds like it. I mean, that sounds like it. Is this one working, guys? I don't know. Trying it out.
I think it sounds a little easier on your vocal cords.
Definitely easier on the vocal cords.
You know how there's like,
Has it?
there's true sight. I want to give like some characters like a true sound feature where like Hazard does that voice, but they know like they hear the true voice through it. You know what I mean?
I think with an insight check, you could definitely tell that he's
Yeah.
putting it on.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what they say. They go, well, there's the old temple with the mural.
That'd be it.
Yeah, we should probably go and check that a little bit.
It's generally off limits at this point, but if Rufus was giving you the run of the mill of the Order of Torm, we're not about to let him one up us. He probably gave you all sorts of fancy things and prophetic scrolls and whatnot too.
Yes,
Yeah.
there were gifts involved, definitely.
Totally.
Anyways, if you wish to see the old temple, we could take you down there.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
So they do. They actually, they walk. So they look up at like the painting that Hazard was investigating so thoroughly before. Like, is there something to this? And then they look up at it for a moment, and then they look down at the
chalice.
plain old altar here, and just kind of like move the chalice over to a different spot, and then the altar like moves over.
Of course.
And then they walk down.
I'm the world's greatest detective.
And the steps here are basically like descended from the altar. So then they walk down, and you can see like it's very similar to above. Like architecture is similar, but it is like you do see destruction, and there's a broken column here. There's debris on the ground. Everybody give me a perception roll as you go down.
Oh no.
So all of you see this, but
Hey, get it,
do
Charlie.
you have advantage on perception?
I mean, either way, if you got that 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize I had the advantage on that.
I mean,
but think
It's 21st. And also we'll count the second roll as Eve's keen senses too. So like as you descend, you see like Eve like nose kind of like do that kind of move, like she just smelled something she doesn't like going down, and like Hazard doesn't smell it, probably I guess because he's got a mask over his nose, but like this place, like you all see like charred marks, like burn marks in the stone, like from where this place was like raised during that old war. There's definitely like still some ash on the ground. You guys can kind of you get whiffs of that as you go down. Like, you know, it smells like just an ash pile that's been sitting here for like 600 years. And so they
Do I smell any kind of guano or anything? I hear that's what the ancient pyramids smell like. Filled with that shit.
I'm gonna say nothing quite like that. There's not like, it doesn't seem like anything is alive down here. Like, not even, it's not like full of rats or anything like that even. It's just old and dark and musty. Oops, I meant to pause that. I sent it back to the beginning. Anyways, and so you come down these stairs and then they walk you into the next room, which is kind of like the main chamber. I like this music choice.
It reminds me of the
Although
the
it's Game of
temple
Thrones, so I don't want it to.
where they kept the dragons. Also, like the Targaryen theme is all very kind of Middle Eastern sounding.
You mean like the underground pit, like where they were like hanging out in the dark?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah. Probably kind of that vibe. And so then they lead you into the main chamber, and you see like, it's like you do see like a wall to wall mural in there that looks like this.
Oh no!
Well, I need spookier music than this.
I clicked on some.
Haven't we seen something like this before over with the lighthouse?
You have actually. Roll me an investigation. If you, I'm assuming you're all going to survey the mural, so roll me that.
It's good freaking call on that, by the way.
So Charlie is first to notice, but Val picks up on it as well. Like, yeah, so over here, it's kind of old and weathered. Thank you, brush tools and Photoshop. But you're able to still make out that these four here are totally those same like devils that like tangled with Torm and Umberly at the lighthouse, and the ones that you saw one time in that one temple. You fought the ice one, if you remember correctly. But before, there's this whole time you've been like presupposing there were four. But this last carving here is a little like it's kind of too weathered. Like you can't quite make out who this fifth one is, but you're still like, oh, there's a fifth one. I didn't know about that. And then over here you have Glacia, and then this is not a figure that you recognize. So you can history it, you can religion it. You're also down there with the two people who run the temple. But this is the mural that you're looking at.
This guy.
Sorry,
Ladies.
hold on. I'm gonna open up Ryan's new music first, then ask me.
Say when.
When?
Hey, who the heck is this guy?
Oh, which one did you ping? The left or right?
This guy.
Oh, I can't. Oh, there we go. I didn't see it at first. And they'll look. Oh, you don't know the story of Levistus?
No, but I'm concerned a little bit.
And they point. They're like, well, your friend here said you saw the mural at the lighthouse. Well,
I know Levistus.
the only thing you guys know about Levistus is that these devils that you've tangled with before serve him. That's the only. You don't know anything actually about him.
Okay. No, I don't know anything about it except for these guys over here who we've totally fought before. I've actually served them, maybe.
Wow, okay.
We've been busy.
I see. I can tell. Well, anyway, yes, Levistus, he was a bit of a problem on the hell side, always trying to grab more power than he was designated, that sort of thing, and eventually got to be enough of a problem that Glacia entombed him in ice. And that put a stop to that threat, but of course, he still has followers that still try to carry out his orders and defrost him from that ice, and apparently you've tangled with them. And they point to the ice devil Neve, the wind devil Vento, the earth devil Terremoto, the fire devil Fiammata, And the not really elemental one, but just a rather mischievous pain, Zahir, something of an interloper, just general troublemaker.
Hey, Val, isn't that your guide on the end there?
No, his name is Squellicky, thank you very much.
I don't know. It sounds like what you keep describing, a mischievous, gets into trouble.
Hi, Squeegee. Do you know anything? Like, hey, should I be concerned about our friendship moving forward? And I
Hold on.
gesture.
Hold on, let me talk to Torm real quick. Brod's gonna
No.
lift up his gun and be like,
No,
yeah, what do you think?
I'm talking
Uh-huh.
first. No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So does
I had
Val,
a
is Val,
feeling.
is Val
Thanks.
like using any sort of like ascending or something, or is she just trying to be like, please hear me and say this?
Oh, she's just yelling. She's just like,
Okay.
you better. Like,
So Val in her head will start hear like we'll hear a couple bars of dog song just yeah, and you just hear like not me, and then it stops.
the sound, Val's eye twitches, like, not even just like a little one, but like a very visible, like, oh my god, are you okay? And then, nope, he said nope.
Does Braun check in with Torm too?
Oh, Brod was gonna be like, yeah, Torm, are you there? What do you think about this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hear you. So you think, yep, all right. He says it's him.
Tell him he's a liar.
Cut away to like
Uh-huh.
Torm, like Torm's like doing like the thing that we did in Vale where like the devil was like watching on TV. Torm's like munching popcorn, kicking back, like he's on like a couch, the dragon's next to him, he's watching you guys just like, that's not how I would have said it, but
He didn't even actually call me. I was waiting for the call.
yeah.
No, that's not him. I don't think. I mean, I don't really know I can believe him. Like, who are you gonna believe? I joined the cult. What do you want? Anyway. So now we got a fiver, and I see a little bit of a problem, yeah?
Well, there's no gate, right? We've just got devils and
Yeah, so
things
you're
to worry
in
about here.
you're in like I said, structurally this is kind of the same as the temple above, so like the chamber you came down in and then this main chamber, there's no like further rooms to go in. Like this is it.
Last time, didn't we do some kind of elemental magic on each of the things and then they kind of like lit up or something?
That's true. You did do that.
They did, but how are we going to do some like general tomfoolery and stuff on the last one? Like, I don't think I
Well-
have a spell for that.
I think last time I did more than one thing at once.
You did, I think. I think you did.
So I think we can still do that.
But like, what would we do for that one?
Well, I think the last time what we did had something to do with the pictures.
Vex looks at you all. Vex and Joy both look at you all. They're like, I'm sorry, did you say you cast spells on the mural in the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They look at each other. We've never thought to do that. We're curious too. If you want a hand, let us know.
We have zero regard for history. Let's try it out.
I will say between you all, actually, that makes there's 7 here, 4 of you plus 2 of them, and Eve. Technically, I don't know how much she can help you. That's technically 7 for 7.
You can try it.
But how? And we also don't know what is Glacia must what?
Hellside,
Ice?
so glass or fire, I would think, or glass.
She froze him, right?
Yeah, so for sure, what's his face is ice, methinks.
But that was what was used to subdue him. Wouldn't Glacia's element be ice?
I would think so.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
can cast Cone of Cold on it.
But also, let's be weary because we might die today. So what? We're going like maybe ice baby.
Ding
Actually,
ding 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 ding.
Instead of like Cone of Cold, maybe I just do a little chromatic orb.
But then also though, this guy was ice too, right?
This guy,
Correct.
yep. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you've got it was from left to right, ice, wind, earth, fire, and then you don't know about this one.
Eve, just start licking the last one. Lick it.
Do you actually tell her to do that?
I do.
She goes up. Are you still riding her?
Yes.
Okay. She goes up and she starts licking it, and it starts to just glow a little bit.
Hey, look at that.
Are you serious right now? Okay, so what would
Pervy stuff.
what the
That's funny. So it glows a
Must
little
be
bit.
water. It must be water. Taking
Water?
out, Braun's gonna take out his water skin and kind of flick it at it. Does it do anything?
It does not glow with your water.
Lick it harder and faster.
Wait. We should get the guys from upstairs for this one. For this one on the end.
I thought they were with us.
The
blood.
two temple leaders are with you.
We should go get
Oh, you're
blood in
talking
his
about
way.
the swingers?
They can handle that statue on the end
Just
for sure.
have some weird sex against this statue.
Everybody cast your spell. Can you imagine
What
that?
if
Like, you're panning left to right, and it's just like fire, thunder, earth, and then just up against.
What if it's love?
Oh,
It was love the whole time.
dude,
Eve,
the
give
whole
it a
time.
hug. Just like hop up on your hind two legs and give it a hug.
It does that, and it just like presses up against, and nothing happens.
Okay,
Okay.
Go back to the licking thing.
It goes
So-
back. It goes back to
gonna-
licking, and it
I'm
starts
gonna-
glowing again.
I'm gonna put some peanut butter on it.
Yeah, Eve
Why do you
licks.
have peanut butter?
Oh,
I
Hazard,
always
you
have
better
I
keep
al-
your
I always
distance.
have- I always
Hazard's
have-
peanut allergy.
You don't have pocket peanut butter?
Hazard immediately jumps a step back.
So yeah, Eve licking it does work.
Okay,
Okay.
well, good. All right, so I'm gonna hop off Evie and go over to the cold one.
So we got ice question mark for this guy, cause wind, earth, or fire.
At the right time, I would like to chromatic orb with ice, but with I would like to duplicate my spell so it hits both of them at the same time.
Okay. Hit
I can use
both of the
that
ones
this-
that you assume are ice.
Both
That
of
is. So the guy you know is ice and
Yeah.
Glacia. That's what you're aiming for.
I
Yep.
don't think I
Okay.
have earth or anything.
Your microphone's real
Yeah,
quiet, by
bring
the
it.
way, Richard.
Sorry about that. I think that should be better now.
Pretty sure
That's much
Lancer
better.
did the Earth one last time.
I think he did.
Hazard,
Oh,
do you have
but I
anything for that?
Wait,
Hmm.
my violin maybe.
Hmm.
Let me sift through 50 photos from like 5 years.
It's here. It's in your
Is it?
Oh
That'd be
wait,
stupid.
maybe it's not. Let me put it in your inventory now. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Druidcraft. Plant growth.
Hmm.
And speak with plant.
Oh right, because you talked to the VR
The
cabbage.
Yeah. So I have those things.
See, if there was like, if somebody out there was like making a ranking of like NPCs in Sentra, I don't know, you would forget about that whole plot arc, and then talking cabbage would be like number 3. Be like,
People would be like,
what?
"What?"
But also, I don't disagree because that was awesome.
Wind?
I think the mint was like all sassy,
I think so.
and the potatoes were just like, oh no, we're potatoes. Eat us.
I have shatter, I have dimension door, dispel magic, dissonant whispers, heat metal, more shatter, psionic blast, I bite.
I'm going to grab a couple of those seeds that I took from the garden
Oh, the garden.
Okay.
and maybe grab some loose dirt around and
Mhm.
kind of well that up.
Okay.
And I don't know, you could plant growth that.
Yeah. that was
Are you
what-
just holding it in your hand, or
No,
what are you doing with it?
Is anything being placed anywhere, or like, what are we doing?
Spirits on it, like some weird earth graffiti.
I will say, like, it's a mural, like it's carved. So if you were trying to like place it in there somewhere, you probably could.
Okay, yeah, maybe like get it like a chia pet, kind of melt
Yeah.
on the side,
Sure.
get
So
some
like
mud or something.
you spreading the dirt, as the dirt is spread over it, it just starts to glow as is.
Oh, tight. This one,
Yeah.
I think last one was magical, and this one might not be. So that's
No,
dope.
I think I remember we didn't need to do magic. It just had to be the elements. or whatever.
Somebody go blow on wind.
Like, yeah, I don't remember if Lancer did a spell or if he was literally like, "Can I just get some dirt off my hooves and wipe it on it?" And that all worked. So yeah, you literally just wiping dirt makes it glow, and it stays glowing. Much like if
Tight.
Eve is still licking, that one's gonna stay glowing too.
So we just need a torch. We got the earth.
I got
Somebody needs
Festus.
to blow on wind. We got the ice. What is this man here? Have we disclosed that yet? Have we figured this guy out?
Braun's gonna draw his Gloompa's glaive and kind of charging a little bit of the discharge of the lightning. He's gonna scrape it and see if that does anything.
On frozen guy here,
Yes.
it does not work.
I cast sending on it and be like, sup.
And it says, "Save me!" I'm just kidding. Vex is gonna take a step forward and just, if I may, Glacia does own 2 dragons, one of which breathes ice and one of which breathes fire. If that helps you all.
Oh, so
Well-
maybe this one is like another fire?
I draw Festus, and just, my sword does fire. It's fine.
Joy looks at your sword. Nice.
Twinsies. Got my
Super
move.
nice. And then she reaches and pulls out her sword and she plants in the ground. And her sword, how tall is Hazard?
5'3".
Her sword is about a foot taller than you when she plants it into the ground.
Oh.
It's like Sword's Buster Blade, but like a full like 6+ feet.
Ooh.
Oh. That's buck wild.
So do the fire, and then we do
How
the
did
fire.
you know what my blade was called?
Compensating for something.
Ice. Weird licky stuff.
I wield the sacred blade. Compensation.
I want to go and go at wind.
It glows when you do
Tight. Let's do it.
I've got the sword. All we need is... Okay, this could be weird. I'm gonna go up to the mystery one.
that.
And
This one? Oh, this one's already glowing. Oh, are you talking about this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to prick my hand and smear the blood. Actually, that's bad for infections. I'm gonna find a place where like I can nick myself and then wipe the blood.
Okay, like put it on like a
on-
rag or something, then wipe it.
Yeah.
That does not make it glow, and you
Try
now
the
have
fire.
blight. I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
Well,
You got a
Can I do the
cross-campaign
two-
disease.
if it stays going, he's just gonna do ice on the 2 ice things and see if they continue to glow.
This one glow like the ice hits it and kind of sticks. This one glows. This one does not.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What about fire?
I'll hand my moonblade.
Well, if those are all elements, what if these other 2 things are something other than elements?
Like holy and necrotic.
Ooh, that could be good.
Interesting. They are both devils, but it's worth trying.
Braun's gonna hold out his gauntlet and kind of summon forth the white flame of sacred energy and bring it down on Glacia.
Okay, and that's radiant.
Yes,
Okay, it does not glow.
I'm useless.
I friends.
I
Cast
cast magic
friends.
missile. I cast magic missile on her to do force.
That does not work. It does not glow.
Have we tried the fire yet?
You have not.
Somebody put the fire to it.
I cast fire bolt on the thing.
It glows for a moment as the fire hits it.
Hmm. All right, so
No,
I'll
no,
lean.
not on her, on the fire thing.
Oh, this
Or-
guy?
No, I already got that with Festus, but I
Oh,
could.
okay.
Yeah, I think all these
so-
5 on the right have already taken care of.
So I can
Oh,
set.
okay. So
But if
she
you-
does glow.
Moonblade.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you hit her with fire, it works.
So I'll lean my Moonblade, my Moonroot short sword up against her, and then.
Oh, or do both your blades do fire?
Yeah.
That's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
You like match the knight because they in their dreams the knight had 2 flaming swords. That's kind of cool.
Oh shit. Maybe I'm the knight. I'm in half plate.
Wouldn't that
Second
be,
half plate?
dude? What if that was the twist this whole time? Like Andrew and I have been working on. You're secretly one of the knights.
I've
So
already been
what-
hit
Cool.
with
about
fire.
this guy?
VVV to a whole new level.
Did we say that fire worked on this guy or no?
No.
Fire
You're good.
worked on
You're
her.
good. Yeah, fire worked on her. You have not figured out Levistus here. You've got all these others done. So all that's left.
I
all
cast
that's left.
another.
Go ahead.
I cast another fire bolt just in case.
Nothing happens.
I use my chromatic orb and just start doing like poison, acid. I just like start doing all the things.
When you hit it with ice, it glows.
What? I thought
Okay.
we did the thing. Did we not try ice on him? I thought we tried ice on him.
No, I
No.
tried ice on her.
You guys were like, well, what is? You guys were trying to figure out what his deal was, as opposed to the fact that he's just in ice in the mural, which is a
Got
fair.
Because all
which
the other
you-
ones are like what their deal is. I mean,
Yeah.
this one's like
Oh yeah, I
what
know.
they're weak to.
A bit of overthinking it, or a bit of a twisting of it there, I guess rather. So you do everything you need to do. All the murals start glowing, and like there's a gap here, between the duo and then the other 5.
I mean, where I put my there we go.
And you just see there's like a slight really like a slight rumble, like you don't even like feel like you're gonna lose your footing. It's just really quick, like, and a brick in the wall, one brick in the wall will just kind of like just get like spit out and fall. So there's just like a brick sized hole where that was.
Balls. I go look through it.
Okay. Well, with your dark vision, you perfectly see in the hole 3 scrolls.
Like they're just sitting there.
They're just sitting there.
Say goodbye to my hand, gentlemen. I reach in to grab them.
We'll find out what happens to Val's hand in about, let's take 5 because I gotta pee.
Oh,
Sounds
shit.
good.
We will be right back. All right, welcome back, y'all. Val has just reached her hand into a mysterious brick hole that had 3 scrolls sitting in it.
Absolutely nothing wrong can happen in this
As
scenario.
you start to, so I'm assuming you're just grabbing the scrolls, pulling them out. Is that your move?
I remember you.
Yes.
You reach. Are you just gonna grab all 3, or are you doing a one at a time deal?
If I can like feasibly, if they are like small enough to all 3 fit, like if I can grab them.
Yeah,
like,
you could
that's
do like if you like
probably
wrapped like a finger around one or whatever, and did a weird. You could
Like-
totally do
like
that.
ramp-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you grab them. You start moving your hand out. You start moving your hand out, and then your hand leaves the hole, and then the scrolls leave the hole. And
I'm fine.
And you're holding all 3 scrolls perfectly fine.
And then your hands fall off. Oh no!
Guys, I got these
Now
scrolls.
everybody roll me charisma saves. I'm just kidding. No, so you pull it out, and Vex and Joy are just like, did you know that was? I don't know that was there. That's what did you find? There's scrolls. What did they say?
I'm fine. I don't know. I opened one.
Okay. You are indoors, so I'm assuming you're not wearing your helmet because it has like the visor kind of deal.
Yeah, I take it off. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't well, you can roll me whatever would be appropriate for recognizing writing. So, I mean, you could use Arcana, religion, history. Like I'd accept either of any of those. Or if there's something else you think makes more sense. Like a lot of roles can apply to a lot of things depending on like how you are rationalizing like what it is you're doing,
Likely be history because of Bard.
Okay. Cool. So you can't read it or speak it, but you instantly recognize the characters as infernal.
Oh, cool. Ladies, either like, or I guess anybody in this group, gentlemen. Infernal? Anybody? Anybody?
Vex raises her hand. It's pretty part and parcel for my job here.
There you go, pretty lady. Next one. And I just kind of sift through them. Are they all infernal?
They're all infernal, yes.
Okay.
So just a moment here. You're gonna notice one is like, so none of them are like giant long passage. They all seem to be like a couple sentences long. One is
it that riddle that I keep forgetting about, and then
Maybe.
I see it in my notes, and I'm like, "Fuck."
maybe, but you notice one is drastically shorter than the others. Like it's like 2 words, and then one's pretty long, and then one's just like a fairly normal sized sentence. So I don't know which one you would hand to her first, but
Let me consult my shit. Where's the riddle? Hold on.
you all have those in your handouts. You have Star Scroll, Sun Scroll, Moon Scroll.
Assuming that they are the same, I hand her the moon.
Oh, to like compare, the text does not match between them.
Oh, it's different.
There are 3 different things.
Okay. There we go. Nope. Gosh dang.
Okay.
Okay,
So which
is
one do
it-
you hand over first? You've got basically short, medium, long as far as the text.
Short.
Okay. And Vex reads it and she says, this one just says, convince me.
Oh, I don't have that on here. Hold on. Let me actually
Wait,
go
are
look.
these, like-
I can write handouts for all these if you want, Sid. You don't need to.
No,
I mean,
you're good.
I mean, I'm sure you'll copy paste them for your own notes, but so
Mhm.
she says, this one, it's just 2 words. It just says, convince me.
Is that
Well, So the moon scroll was like in the moonlight, a melody, and then it was the star. Hold on, I opened too many. It was the star scroll, and it had like a million things about the tortoise and the boy of glee and stuff. And then no one can outrun the sun. Convince me. Hold on. That sounds. Nope, don't have that written down. What a concern!
I will also say, like, note, like, just for players' knowledge, or to recall, the scrolls you currently have with those riddles, those are all written in Celestial,
Mhm.
and then these are written in Infernal. Which
I'm
one?
confused. How many scrolls do we have?
You have 3 that Rufus gave you, and you just found 3 more.
Oh. And we have yet to translate the new ones yet?
She's working on it.
Vex just read you the first one, which said "convince me."
So they are different riddles in different languages. Is there? Which one did I give her?
The shortest. Then you got medium and long.
Convince me.
Do you
What's
need
the?
to cast a spell at it or something, and then it unlocks, or I don't understand how these scrolls work.
Let's see number 2. I gave her the second one.
Okay. Vex will look at you and just say, "Well, scrolls for casting spells typically aren't written as this. This seems to be almost like a historical document." The second one says, "What lies beneath is for those who can withstand the fall."
The first one was the moon one.
These, you have no idea what these are.
Right now we
they're
have
just
short.
scrolls.
But if you look in your list of handouts, you can check the scrolls you already have and what they say.
Oh, your answers to the others? Or they pair with the others?
That's
for
what
you
I was
to-
hoping, but it doesn't look like that. What's the
No
last
one
one?
can outrun the sun.
And then you get the longest one, which says, "Bury that which you hold dear, a single seed of great power in exchange for the fruit of a greater tree. Growth is by faith, not by sight."
Yep, these don't match up. Taurus longs for the forest from across the land. The seer looks across the words in your hand. The seer spots the wolf and moves to hide. The tortoise fears the wolf and cannot stand beside. The wolf stares at his meal, but no, it does not. Bury that which you hold dear, a single seed of great power, in exchange for the fruit of a greater tree. Growth is by faith, not by sight.
Tony, does the parchment on these scrolls seem to match each other with the other scrolls that we have?
Roll investigation. They seem to be weathered about to the same degree. And the parchment looks pretty identical to your eyes.
What if this is all one piece that needs to be in one order?
Like a sonnet or a song, maybe?
Like an epic?
How would a bard sing it?
I think it
would
would
a bard
sound a
arrange
little
it?
something like this.
No.
But could Val use her like bardic knowledge to like
Decipher,
Could Val
maybe?
compose? I mean, Val could compose whatever. She
well, I
has
mean, like
that skill.
how if these are verses that
I
are
see
all
what you're
mixed up,
saying.
like could she roll to kind of get things sorted out?
If that's a route you want to go down, I'm gonna say that would be like for you guys as players to puzzle out. I don't know like any role that could be associated with that.
That is fair.
And there's nothing like these scrolls are written just with text. Like there's no like, there's no like staff meter for music. There's no symbols that would indicate that like this is a passage and then this repeats here or this goes to this chorus. Like there's nothing like that. It's just pure text on a scroll.
Does it seem like it could be all one story? Just out of
It's kind of
In-
so the ones
I
we
would
have
s-
for Celestial. I
Random,
mean,
want to
we
answer your question with a no, by the way.
It's a conversation.
Oh, so it's not one complete set then.
no,
What
it
if the
can't be.
conversation celestial and
I mean,
and
that would be
infernal?
dope, but
Well, you've got
even
one set of 3 in Celestial, one set of 3 in Infernal.
Infernal.
And your working theory, at least prior to this, was that the scrolls the nicknames for the scrolls that Rufus gave you match up with the names of some temples up in the jungle. I'll actually,
Right.
let me take you back to
Star,
the
Moon, and Sun.
yeah, let me take you back to the big map actually. Where are you? Sorry, I gotta bounce you guys twice. Give me one. Oops. Don't do that. Don't do that. 1 second. I gotta bounce you twice. Because I have lots of slides.
Bounce.
All right, here we are. So
Wasn't
the
there a thought that there would be multiple temples?
temples are up here.
And Temples of Ascendance.
Because we have 4 here.
Moon.
The you've been in the Temple of Ascendance before, and that's where you saw those there were 3 what's the thing? What's the term? Pedestals with seem like something you could insert.
Ow.
And then the
that-
other scrolls go to the other temples.
Maybe.
If this is the Temple of Ascendance, then maybe these are the scrolls we need to ascend. We place them in the right order,
Well,
and then
I
we
mean-
go somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it would be awesome if it was just let me put the Star Scroll with the Star Scroll.
Do we have a puzzle anything similar to this the last time we had the at the lighthouse?
Last time when you lit up the mural, it turned the lighthouse back on.
Okay.
Vex and Joy are just like, well, it seems like you all need to study these a bit more, and she hands them over. Look, clearly Rufus gave you some scrolls of his own, so I mean, if we're trying to be just as good, I suppose you all should hold on to these for the time being. We'll be upstairs. Come fetch us when you need us, yeah? And then they'll
Will
leave
do.
you guys down here.
This is all well and good, but it doesn't get us any closer to a gate. Maybe we should table this for now, come back to it later.
Go check out the pit, maybe?
Our only other
Yeah.
option, really.
I think so.
Before y'all hop over to the pits, did you want to stop by Vander's scheduled meeting?
Suppose
Hazard?
so.
Sorry, Hazard's scheduled meeting. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Sure.
All right, cool. We'll do that. Give me one moment. I'm gonna give you handouts for those riddles. Just give me a second. Go away. I'm hitting the X. What is? Roll20's being really stupid. Hold on. Let me get you guys. I'm gonna actually refresh. So where did you schedule this meeting?
Somewhere relatively quiet, I think, where
Okay.
we could actually discuss deeds that we could scheme without worrying about, getting in trouble for it.
Okay. Funny enough, I feel like the best place to do that would probably be where you first saw him, which was like that kind of alley around the corner where he was selling his stuff.
Cool. That'll work.
All right. So as soon as Roll20 refreshes, you can do that. You can circle around to. You can go back to him, and he'll see the group. You all is Hazard going to? Is the whole party going to roll up again, or is Hazard like you three stay back? Let me do this. What's the approach here?
You guys can come if you want, but Braun, earmuffs?
For why?
Maybe. I didn't say crime. Did you say crime? No one said
What are
crime.
you doing?
What? Talking to people.
Are you harassing a homeless man?
No. Oh, little derp. No, just working out a fair trade.
For what?
Something that is needed.
Are you harassing a homeless man?
What is it? Why are you not telling me?
Oh, that weird viola.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Right.
I was gonna steal it, but I can't steal it from. It wouldn't be right.
Correct. That's good.
So
What's the problem?
I'm gonna steal something else that he needs. We'll work something out.
You are so close. You're almost there. But
What
okay, I'm going to
when-
offer some suggestions. Instead of steal,
Yeah.
you here's another plan. You get inside a place. You go in there scoping it out, and you
Yeah.
work there. You pretend to be working there, and
Uh-huh.
while you're working there, they pay you a small amount of money every single 2 weeks. And then after several years of working there, building up benefits, you take that money that you've earned, and then you go to that guy, and then you give him that money, and then you got the viola. What do you think?
That sounds fair, but aren't we also going to get money from the tournament?
If our little Eevee friend wins, yeah.
She looks
Well,
up
of
at you
course she
guys and
gonna
gives like
win.
leans up on 3 paws to give you like a little paw. Like she doesn't have thumbs, but like as much of a thumbs up as she can give.
You know what
She's
would
gonna
be really
win.
cool, though? Is if we already had the viola, we got the winnings, and then we had 5,000 gold.
I mean, that's not really our money, though.
But he
But he's
already
gonna get.
can have it.
Wait, so which money is not our money, and which money are you stealing?
That's complicated.
It doesn't seem that complicated. It seems like you're making it complicated.
Probably. Anyway, so I'm gonna go in there and talk. Do what you want to do.
Just trying to save the world here.
Yeah. This'll help.
We could use endgame and we can poison the guy.
Jesus.
What's happening?
It is a poison dagger. I put those scrolls you found are all in everybody's inventory.
Okay.
Also, I renamed this. I realized the namings on the celestial ones made them scattered them throughout the list, so now they're easier to find.
Yeah.
I changed the
Okay,
names
cool.
on all of them, so they should all be like at basically the top of everyone's handouts now.
Thank you.
Great.
Yep.
Alright, so I'll stroll in. Whoever wants to come in can.
Is anyone joining Hazard as he walks up? Oh, I don't need this dark basement music anymore. I can switch back to.
Don't you when we're
Middle
gonna
Eastern.
commit a murder? Or not.
What about
I'm
the-
gonna
what
go
about the
with.
murder?
I mean,
Okay.
as long as we're halting up our investigation, I'll go with.
Okay. So you roll up. Ooh, more music. Is this the one you shared before? Or is this something different?
Something else.
Okay, cool. I'll get that playing. Give me 1 second. Oh, nice.
Not
Yep, Skyrim always works.
knock knock.
He looks up. He's probably like he's maybe like writing a couple things down. Looks up, sees Hazard, and one of the two like guys who like just literally scared the crap out of him yesterday, and he just, oh, what the tournament's not over. What why you're back?
Yes. So I'm gonna be honest. Well, no. Let's.
The
I'd like-
carpet. So is Val waiting around the corner with Charlie somewhere, or is she there too?
I'll be like hanging out outside.
Okay. The well, it's all outside, but like, if you're just at a distance, that's fine. the carpet. Val will see the carpet kind of like notice her and then kind of float closer to its owner because she just chased it around last time.
Got my eyes on you.
So, so we want that viola, but
Right, we worked
can't-
out quite a deal.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't have that money. So
Right, that's why your pet there is gonna win the whole thing, and then you'll come and pay for it, and that'll be that.
yeah, I guess it should be that simple, huh?
Could be.
Assuming we fail.
I'll have some confidence, am I right? He tries to give you like the shoulder bop, and then like doesn't commit, just right, like pulls the fist back.
That's fun. Okay, well,
It's fine. We'll just come back and like make it from him or something, or I'll just call the cult.
is there anyone we could take down a peg and help support that place that you were in yesterday in the process?
How did you know I went to the den?
Oh, I followed you.
You see him like clench up the same way he clenched when Lancer and Braun were like intimidating him. You followed me?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't let you see me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Just think about people that need to be knocked down a peg and, you know, people who...
I don't know about
make
knocking
like
down a peg. Like, there's certainly some people who could use, some help just getting back on their feet. If that's giving them a different place to stay, or, jobs would probably be the most helpful thing. That way they could have income,
We have avoided conflict by giving jobs before.
That's true. You do have a precedent.
That's true.
That was a very different thing, but you did it.
Okay, well, you know what? Never mind then. We will see you after the tournament then.
Okay. Yeah, the next round's in just a couple hours, and then it'll all be over tomorrow night.
Fantastic. All right, I guess let's go check out this last place. Do we need to? Because we need to.
Go
Are we
ahead.
going to murder him?
Hmm?
What?
No, we're
What? Oh,
We're not murdering anyone. Why would
are
we
we
murder?
gonna steal it?
I told you I wasn't gonna steal it. Okay, why would I flip and
I
go
was
murder?
just checking in to making sure that there was no like, oops, I misunderstood the situation. Like, I just want to make sure.
No. He's
Okay.
oppressed. We should be taking from people that are oppressed people like him and give it to people like him.
Word.
Know what yeah.
Yeah.
So that's who we should be knocking down a peg.
Until then, you want to go maybe die by the hand of a dream knight?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Tight.
Okay, so off to the fighting pits, and Garen did say he would meet you here this evening, when the next round starts. So is that, you guys are we just gonna take like everybody naps on a bench Fallout style until the evening rolls around?
Are we not allowed to investigate between now and then?
You could, but your point of contact won't be there until the evening.
I guess we'll wait.
I was
Okay.
about
Well,
to
it
say,
sounds like it's
if it
pokey time.
avoids getting in trouble too much with the guy that put us up for the night.
I wouldn't say your stuff was useless, Andrew. You, by going down in the den, you basically confirmed that the market is not where the thing is. So
No, I meant that interaction going back
No,
to
but
like
I've thought about the potential that we fail and what we gotta do after. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so seconds turn to minutes, minutes turn to hours. And yeah, eventually you're back at the fighting pits for the evening. these folks are, I mean, technically here, but not who you're paying attention to. And eventually Garen will roll up. It actually seems like you're kind of sitting there and you're like, this is supposed to be like starting real soon. Where's he at? And eventually he just like rolls on up. You see Eve looking like a little anxious, and then eventually he just rolls on up. Oh, sorry, it was a bit of a long one today. Anyway, next round should be starting pretty soon, so I kind of got to get in there with Eve. But good news. I talked to the head of security. As soon as the finals are done tomorrow night and the seats are cleared, he says you're good to go down there. He'll be the one to let you in and ones to receive you on the way out. No one else. You're the only ones cleared for this. But yes, as soon as the finals are done tomorrow, you're good to go.
Tomorrow? Shit.
He did want to wait till the festivities were done.
All right, you just, these things come when they come.
I did what I could. He wants to see this whole thing done first. And to be honest, based on everything you all were murmuring about last night, I think, we want the tournament finished before there's potentially not a fighting pit anymore.
I have a very brief hypothetical question.
Yeah, for Garen?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Hypothetically, if we were to sneak in tonight instead of going tomorrow, how in trouble would you be? Because I don't want to get you in trouble. If it's just us getting in trouble, I mean, we've done that before, but...
Well, by telling me this, instead of just doing it, you've made me culpable.
I can... Maybe if you let me cast a spell to wipe your mind, I could maybe do that.
He, looks at you. And
I
then...
don't have the spell yet, I was joking. But, oh wait, I have programmed to loot. What the fuck is that? That's not it.
Yeah, programmed illusion is different. That's like minor illusion, but with a trigger, I think.
It's programmed. Why do I have that? That's dumb. Nope, I don't have... Nope. Mm-mm. Can make people sick. Yeah, no, I was just wondering, hypotheticals, because, the sooner we can get in there, the better.
Right, well, if you want permission to do so, as soon as the tournament is done, they'll let you in. Otherwise, you've kind of just, I am a head of security. Probably shouldn't tell me that sort of backup plan.
I just wanted to tell you as, a friend. Hey.
Allison, I appreciate that, and I appreciate that you consider us friends.
Yeah.
Right, now, I need to get in there, and Eve's got to win this next round, right, Eve? She's all like, I'm a tiger. And then they go off to do their thing.
We should totally sneak in this evening. Or right now. Because
if the thing's happening, we should at least make sure we win.
Yeah, I guess. That's true.
I want our Eva friend to do well.
Yeah, but we were here last time to, bolster her up a little bit. Can't hurt to do that again, I suppose.
If Eve loses, then we have no way of paying for the viola or any other.
We're gonna have to get a little freaky here.
So why don't we just...
I really hope Val is talking with a knife drawn like you are right now.
Which means we have to get freaky.
Why don't we just go help?
Fine! Gosh. Let's just go help our little furry friend win the thing, I guess.
Do we not want to?
I mean, yeah, we want to. I just meant afterwards. If anything, if it didn't work out, we're gonna have to do some shit.
Cross that bridge.
Yeah.
So you head inside. You're still welcome in Garen's VIP box. And the crowd's all hyped up. It's time. And actually, if you remember his assistant Wuji, or this guy down here, he's also in the box. And just, oh hey, well, it's good to see you all today. You have a good one today. Nice.
Those Pokemon are dead.
They're just out of the tournament.
They're dead.
A lot of dead Pokemon.
D dead.
You walk and he's like, get a lot of stuff done today?
Not really.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll at least wrap it up with something exciting, huh? I hear there's a special guest tonight too. Since there's fewer rounds, they still want people to, enjoy the evening, so they have other activities tonight before the actual fight begins.
Who?
I don't know. They just say he's some comedian from somewhere in the southeastern part of the continent.
Do we know any comedians?
I don't know. I don't like this.
Spitter.
If you want to roll,
Oh, no.
if you guys want to roll, like, I guess it'd be history or something like that.
I don't know. I don't like this.
This is great, guys. Richard, is Charlie? Did you do a history for Charlie?
Charlie does not know history. He's not going to get
Okay.
it.
Okay. All three of you are just like, yes, comedy exists, therefore there are comedians. You don't know.
Correct.
So then good old Kong the commissioner is gonna walk out and just, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semifinals of your Scorchstone tournament. Let's review the bracket here. Last night in our first match, Garen and his Moon Tiger Eve defeated Tay and his Lion. Lotal and his Hippogriff defeated Blaze and her Imp. Roar and his Brown Bear defeated Swoon and her Death Dog. And Bulba and her Giant Toad were defeated by Nito and his Copper Dragon Wormling. So we've got two exciting matches for you tonight. But first, before everybody gets all scuffed up, why don't we give those lungs a beating? Please welcome,
Please let it be June.
straight from Leg Lake, the one, the only, Jerry Cenfeld.
Jesus Christ, no. I hate him.
What's the deal with Centaur bathrooms? Am I right?
Why, Tony? Just why?
I thought.
Richard liked that joke, disliked that joke so much he turned off
You
his
lost
camera.
Richard. Richard's like, I'm out.
You're also muted, Richard.
Muted, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm done. That's all I
That would
have.
have been a great time if, like, we all left the call at that moment. Like, boom, 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 boom.
I guess we'll do
Am I right? Am I right?
And basically, exactly what Andrew just said is what happens for the next tight 10. You've got Eric Cochra, they use the bathroom like this, but a centaur's got to use it like this. Like, it's exactly that.
When I go to buy shoes, I gotta buy 2 pairs of shoes. I don't get it. Can't I just buy 4 set of shoes? No. That's my Jerry, I guess.
Yep. So yeah, that sounded a lot like your drug character.
My drug character?
Yeah, your Jimmy Stewart, whatever his
Oh,
name
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
anyway, that comes out. I'm not actually about to do a tight 10 as Jerry Cenfeld, using his likeness, but I swear this isn't. Yeah. Anyways,
Have you ever tried shopping for a sweater dress for a horse?
yeah. So that's what happened.
I hate it.
Yep. Well, now that you've all been sufficiently warmed up, who's ready for tonight's semifinal matches?
Because technically, I'm half the man you are.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no.
Uh,
Wait, I see your Jerry Seinfeld,
Come on.
and I raise you maybe this Jerry Seinfeld.
oh, what's this? Can I open this on stream?
Yes. It looks like. You cannot tell me that it does not.
Yep.
Great.
Doesn't not look like him.
That's pretty
I
great.
need to use the restroom, but in case I miss it, I what do you call it? I
Cast
use
haste. Okay, you got it. Ryan, did you want to take control of VV again?
I'll let someone else do it.
Yeah,
If someone wants to
someone
do it.
else would like to. They certainly can. Ryan, you got Pokemon music for me?
Oh no. Why do I do this to me? Why am I here? We gotta go.
What?
No.
What did you find, Sid?
It's just, I feel like every time I Google Centaur, just really weird shit shows up.
Well, you remember that one I found, the one that was flying in the air? Like,
Yes.
wow, yes.
I
Okay.
recall.
Yes. All right. So who wants to take control of Eve for this evening?
Andrew, you want to do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
Here's the sheet.
Da-da-da.
Bronze got Ryan rather has the Pokemon music going.
Supposed to be Pokemon, not Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I don't know why you went for all right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, Garen Trust and his Tiefling Eve versus Lotal and his Hippogriff. So here we go. We'll kick it off with initiative rolls.
All right. I do not see an initiative.
Just Dex mod.
Just X.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. Eve is first because I rolled a nat 1 for the Hippogriff.
Nice.
Okay, so hasted from Charlie, bonded with Braun. So whatever all the bonuses that confers.
I want to give it bardic inspiration
Okay.
and the ability to cast Eye Bite against its foes.
Oh, wait.
That's a good one. Too bad.
It worked briefly against a worm, I think.
So Andrew, you're up first, and although the Hippogriff is a flying creature, it's currently just like hovering just a few inches above the ground. It's not like it didn't take to the skies or anything.
Sweet. Basically, the second the announcer stops talking, Eve just bounces, just races forward like a bolt, and springs up, just at the face of this critter, and it's going to pounce. And then hits with the claw attack. Oh, okay. So
All right, you have control of the token now too.
nice.
I just found Bruce Willis as a centaur. I'm done.
Oh,
That's enough
man.
internet for the day.
I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, so it didn't roll great.
You have a D10 bardic inspiration.
I will roll that. A 14? Will a 14
A
hit?
14 will totally hit.
Yeah.
So you can take it to the ground with the charge attack, I believe, right? If
Yes,
it
has
moves,
to make a DC 13 strength check or be knocked prone.
okay, 13 strength check. The Hippogriff is taken to the ground. It is grounded.
Sweet. So it deals 1d10 plus 3.
It's 9 damage. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it just like a bolt, and then up and sinks its teeth in and just takes it down and starts going to town.
Okay. And you're hasted, so you can attack again if you want to.
And that's
I
where the
assume you do.
bite's gonna come in.
Okay. And it's at advantage because the thing is proned.
Nice.
18 is definitely a hit.
Sweet.
Or 24 rather. I mean, yeah, that a hit. Okay.
So it
Minus
just
4.
kind of jerks its head back like a dog, kind of pulling a rope, or a cat just whipping at its prey.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you do that. And it's already in like the worst shape. Like this thing is just looking awful. So it's just gonna, as it's on the ground, it's just gonna kind of like try to like right itself and then just like scramble at Eve because that hurt a lot and it's like in full panic mode.
Sweet.
And it's gonna do a hit and then a complete miss because it rolled a nat 1. So it's gonna, as its claws are going nuts at it, it's gonna scratch Eve and deal 12 damage.
Woof.
Wow.
And it's just
where
like
am I keeping track of that?
it has HP. The token has it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. It does. My bad.
yeah.
You said
12.
15?
12. 12. You know, it's like that thing where like when you pick up a chicken, you gotta like make sure it doesn't scratch you. Like basically this hippogriff is just like going nuts and but it is it's back to Eve. It's no longer prone. But yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and here's a claw.
Oh, it should be fully rested from last time actually. So that would be 30 minus 12, so 18 in this case. There you go. 18 HP for Eve.
Oh,
If you typed minus 12, it probably had lost HP from last time already.
I put 12 instead of minus 12.
Oh, gotcha. No
Where
worries.
I goofed.
No worries. So anyways,
So taking another swipe.
an
So
8
that's
is not a hit.
All right. So I guess it kind of just takes a few glancing. Oh, I'll do a second one.
Yes, you are hasted.
I'll go for a bite.
Yep.
Oh, and I eat dirt apparently.
You did. Yes, you ate dirt. Literally, because Eve's paw is gonna like slip out from under her, and she's gonna kind of like slip into the dirt and be prone, for the moment. And as she is prone, this bird's actually gonna take flight and just fly directly up in the air, about probably about 10 feet straight up in the air. So Eve can take an attack of opportunity as it flies up.
Absolutely.
There you go.
23 is definitely a hit.
8 plus 3.
There you go. That's a good in the air thing.
There you go.
Ooh, okay. So it moves to fly up, and well, you tell me. How does Eve finish the hippogriff off?
Pretty much just one big claw to the head, and like when you're playing with a cat and you have the cat toy and you try to whip it away and it just like grabs it with the paw and slams it into the grounds. It's like that, but the whole bird's head. Hippogriff head.
So you just slam it down, and that is it for that round. That is another victory for Eve. I'm gonna leave the music going because we have our other matchup, but Eve is going to move on to the finals tomorrow night.
The final countdown.
And then the next matchup, so Kong comes back out. What a fantastic match, ladies and gentlemen. For our other semifinal, Roar and his brown bear against Nito and his copper dragon wormling. So last time you guys could like vote for a favorite, and I like +1'd it if you did. So what do you guys? Who do you like?
I would like to vote for my moon tiger.
Dude,
Well-
it's rough because like
Brown bear or copper dragon wormling?
My
it's
moon
like
tiger.
Brown Bear were rocking some like fire punk rock aesthetic, which I'm absolutely all about. But that Purple Knight is also pretty rad. It's got some like shredder vibes going on.
My problem is I'm only familiar with Nido King or Nido Queen or whatever that one is,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know anything about the other one. So I vote for the Nido.
For the Nito? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
As much as I love that
Richard,
punk
last
rock
time you
ripoff.
got to vote for which of the opponents was going to win. So do you want the brown bear or the copper dragon wormling to win?
I'm a Gen 1 guy, so I'm gonna go with the Dragon Wormling.
Okay, that's 2 for the wormling. Ryan or Andrew?
I don't disagree that the dragon is cooler and Nidoking is cooler, but honestly, I don't want Eve to fight a dragonling worm. So my vote goes to the bear.
Ooh.
I
thing
will
is,
tie it up.
I know
I will
nothing.
tie it up.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much.
All right, so it's a
I'll tie
plus
it up with that
2.
punk rock aesthetic.
Plus
You're
2 for both of them. Let's see what we get. So, for the brown bear, we got a 15. Pretty strong. Let's see about the wormling.
Oh my god,
it
it was
almost
20.
an at 20. So the brown bear manages to like wrestle down the wormling, and victory goes to Roar and his brown bear, who will be facing Garen and his moon tiger in tomorrow night's final. So that's what's happening.
Boo.
And immediately following that, you'll be able to go down and explore the stuff. Before we close out tonight, we have I have a potential cliffhanger. We'll see how this goes, but I guess I can turn off the battle music now. Everyone is invited back to Garen's house again for the evening, and as you go, you will once again. Sorry, I'm kind of fast forwarding. If there's anything someone wanted to do in the meantime, or if you want me to just fast forward to wrap things up, we can also do that.
I invite Jerry Cenfeld to the party.
Oh no. Why would you do that?
Jerry, he's like signing all his autographs, and he goes, pass.
He would.
Are you sure it's the top floor of that penthouse?
I don't know you.
Damn it. I want to give him bardic inspiration to convince him to do it.
If you want to actually like roll to like really like try to convince him, we can do that.
What are we trying to do? Are we trying to convince him to come to our party?
Well, I'm actually sending him up to the top floor where the freak flag is flying.
Oh my god.
No, it's cool. It's whatever. Don't worry about it.
I'm afraid that he would like it.
Right, I've got
And if everyone likes it, is that so wrong?
I've got
I don't like
things
win.
to sign, kid. Thanks for coming out, though.
Cool.
So you do go back to
Nice
Garen's for the evening.
cardigan.
But as you get on the elevator, once again, certain other people get on the elevator at the same time.
Do you guys just like hang out on the elevator?
We were at the same tournament, and we happen to be coming back to the same building. It's not so out of the question.
Val, I think they're following
And
you.
Dustberry does the lean in. And besides, this one said maybe tonight she'd be down for a glass of wine.
Well, you know what? I totally didn't almost die like I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be reserved for today, but it turns out that it's for tomorrow. So
Sounds
maybe
like a
just-
yes. Sounds like a
maybe-
yes.
maybe just wine, and then tomorrow we'll see where that goes. But also, I didn't lose my hand earlier. Pretty good stuff today, I think.
You're saying all this as the elevator's going up, and Blood's just like, that is great. One thing of wine now, just to, get used to it, huh?
Are you even old enough to drink?
I am an adult.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I am a grown lady.
Val, are you old enough to drink? I should know this before you go up there. Do you have your ID on you?
How old?
Dark.
How old are elves supposed to be before they can drink?
Val, I'm gonna need to see some ID.
Oh,
And now
what?
Braun's standing outside the apartment on the top floor.
You are not my. You're not my dad. Like reaching into like her coin pouch.
Sorry,
He pulls
Dad.
out a flashlight and he like clicks it, looks it around.
Dad won't let her go to the party. Sorry.
Does like the bend and scratch tests.
Seems legit.
It's just one thing of wine. I'm not gonna do anything else. It's a celebration for winning the thing and having a hand and not almost dying.
All right. Well, I already have enough kids in this party. We don't need any more, all right?
No, you. We are not going to make the purple, okay? It's just the wine.
Blood like leans back to the doorway. You coming in or not, huh?
Just the wine, and then I'm gonna go have a glass of wine.
Okay, so Val, as you step inside,
Oh shit, I'm gonna die.
no, you
Make
notice.
a charisma saving throw.
Oh fuck.
You know, so it's just them. There's not like a party. It's just them hanging out, and you notice this place is decked out with all sorts of musical instruments and whatnot. We got a harp here. There's a big. That's more of a cello there. There's like a flute here, a mandolin. There's a little drum here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's
On the top, that looks very familiar.
It's a bit of a painting. You want to take a closer look?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so remember Val's the only one here, just for sake of other people. But so you take a closer look at it, and this is the painting.
Oh dear. Pardon me, new friends. Who is this specimen, gentleman, person?
Dustberry leans in. She's like, "Oh, come on, you're a bard, and you don't recognize the god of music, Malil."
Oh, it is Malil. I actually just saw that freaking name in my notes.
You did. And what does it say about Malil in your notes?
Malil. Hold on. Malil.
This will be our cliffhanger.
The Cirque d'Ombre knows no better, thinking everything can be solved with another stanza from Malil. So that's from Probus. Are
Yeah,
you?
This is the guy your cult worships.
Guys? Hey, are you guys are you guys with the people?
They look at each other. They see the doors close, and then they both Dustberry reaches into the where you keep your money in the bra. Blood reaches into part of his big billowing whatever, and they both pull out some Cirque masks, and they go, part of the cult, I think you called it.
Oh shit.
And
Oh, am I in trouble?
and that's where we're gonna end this episode.
Oh shit.
And then Braun's head just from the ground, I knew it.
Just right through the floor.
Yeah, like a groundhog.
Yeah.
Just okay.
So yeah, that's our.
Were you just listening from the floor below the whole time? Just pressing your ear up
Yeah, here you
against
go.
the ceiling?
Here's. I think this is.
He's got dad ears, so he's always
This is the mask that that Val has, so we'll put it here to represent the ones they pull out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Neat.
that's where we're gonna leave it.
Came for wine and I found more cult members, guys. This is great.
All right. Hey, that's an episode. This was enjoy. I hope everybody had fun, viewers and players alike. You learned a lot. Maybe got teased for a lot more. We'll see. So next time we pick up, you don't really have any daytime plans. So next time I think we'll pick up right with the tournament final, and then you guys are checking out what's underneath the fighting pits.
Are they gonna murder me for telling my friends about the